So good afternoon, YouTube and HOTMIC. Big up all the HOTMIC people out there. Thank you to everyone who's signed up to that using my code as well. And if you haven't, it is the pinned comment on this stream. So do download that. You can sync up and we'll all be in real time. Even if you're behind, in front, wherever, you can sync it up and we'll all be in real time with what I'm doing on this. So big up everybody who's already done that as well. And it feels weird to have football back, doesn't it? It feels genuinely weird. Somebody in the comments said it feels like the opening match of a World Cup. All the build-up, all the hype, no football for 2 months, and then all of a sudden, bang, we're back. So yeah, it's pretty good. I'm glad it's coming back, and I'm super excited to be watching this game. So yeah, I'm well happy. And the teams have been announced. Give me a second, and I'll get that sorted and I'll bring them up on the screen. But thank you to everybody who is watching me live already. Do stick a thumbs up on it. I'm having a problem streaming to HOTMIC according to this, so we'll remove that. So that's good. That's a good start. And then we'll add it back in. This is going well. Let's go with that. Hopefully that's working now. But listen, thank you very much. Let's get the team up for Dortmund. Let's bring that up straight away. For anybody who's just joined and hasn't seen the team, there is the team, and there's no Jadon Sancho. He's not in the squad, so that's a bit of a surprise. I think a lot of people were expecting to see Jadon Sancho today, but he is in the squad. Sorry, he's on the bench. He's not starting the game, but a lot of people were expecting Jadon Sancho to start the game. That obviously isn't happening, and he's on the bench. But I'm super excited to see Haaland play. I've never seen him play a game, and yeah, it's going to be good. The guy's hit the ground running since he's been at Dortmund, didn't he? I think he scored 7 goals in his first 3 games, so that was pretty damn decent. And it's going to listen. The guy's got every attribute to become a world-class player. Potentially, he's already world-class now. It depends what you view as world-class, but I mean, his goal scoring record is absolutely just pathetic. It is just a joke how many goals that geezer scores. But they've gone with Berkey in goal, Janji, Hummels, Piszczek, Hakimi. Somebody Arsenal have been linked to as well, Hakimi. Then they got Guerreiro, Delaney, Dahoud, Reina, Brandt. He's not a bad player at all, that Brandt. Very quick, very technically good. And then they've obviously got the main man up front. Like I said, James Sancho is on the bench. So is Hazard. Mario Götze as well, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Let's bring up Schalke's team. Let's get their team up, and we'll have a little look at theirs if I can find them, which I can't. This is going well, isn't it? You can tell I haven't done a watch along for time. This is going really well. Oh dear. Let's find Schalke's team. I'm going to find it. I might have to just search them. We might just have to search them. No, we'll come back. I'll come back to that in a minute. We'll find it in a second. But yeah, for some reason this isn't streaming on HOTMIC, so that's not gone very well, has it? But there we go. Anyway, let's get into some of your comments before the game kicks off. It kicks off in about 5 minutes from now. Been speeding through your Newcastle career mode. Thank you. Then speeding through your Newcastle career mode, just skipping the goals to the goals and transfers. We'll speed through after this game. Thank you very much for your donation, Lightning Ash. Appreciate that. Schalke's team is Schubert in goal, Todibo, Sane, Nastasic, Kenny, Sadar, McKenny. How am I pronouncing that? Jesus Christ. Ozipka. Caliguri, Rahman, and Harrit. Harrit is probably their standout guy for me. He is really, really good. So yeah, that's the Schalke team, and the players are out on the pitch. It was weird seeing them all get off the coach with their masks on and like not standing next to each other, and you know, it's just a bit weird, isn't it? It's not normality for us to be seeing that. So, and I'm just looking at the stadium now. It's literally, I'd love to go to that stadium, by the way. What a stadium! But I've never been, and I will go one day. Big up my guy Chris. Everyone's doing watch-alongs. All about that Lee Gunner content, though. Thank you, bruv. Appreciate that. Bluetooth, come on. Even Aubameyang's using the Bluetooth now on his Insta stories and stuff. Come on, it's mad. It's actually mad. But yeah, it's just weird seeing all these players out on the pitch with nobody in the ground. And like they're coming out now. They've just done their pre-warm up for the match. I'm sure all eyes in the footballing world are watching this, because it's going to set the precedent going forward for the next couple of months, until normality is resumed. Because, you know, this is the first league that's come back. It's the first game that I'm watching of football for. What was the last game I watched? I think it was Liverpool against Atletico Madrid. I think that was the last game of football I watched, and that seems so long ago. It is unbelievable. And it's been the longest 2 months, I think, of everyone's lives, isn't it? So it's been a bit crazy, but yeah, it's just nice that we can actually get some level of live football back. Thank you, Hamido, for your super chat as well. Appreciate that, mate. Arad says you're a real Arsenal fan. Well, my surname is Gunner, mate, so I was kind of born into it. And I'm the best YouTuber as well, he says. Bro, I'll pay you later. Thank you. Afternoon, Jason, the king of watchalongs. Exactly. Come on, bro. Yeah, we ain't ramping now, man. Watchalong Central. I will only be doing this one today. I know there's another game later. I will not be doing that one. Tomorrow I'll be doing the Union Berlin against Bayern Munich. And then Monday, Werder Bremen against Leverkusen. I'll be doing that as well. So, yeah, plenty more of these to come. Then next month, obviously the Premier League's looking to return, but so is La Liga. And La Liga are apparently going to be doing a game every single day. So, yeah, that should be good. For everybody who's asking me if I'm showing the game, I wish I could show you the game, but unfortunately I can't because of copyright laws, mate. So yeah, I can't do that. So yeah, I can't show the game, unfortunately. So unfortunately, you just got to listen to my ramblings. But the players are about to kick off. They're nearly done. It's weird seeing all the staff sitting 2 seats apart from each other with their masks on while the players are like on the pitch together. It's pretty mad, isn't it? But there we go. Give some score predictions. Let's read through some of these score predictions while we're here. Get some of these score predictions from you guys. I don't think anyone's predicting a Schalke win. Ben says 3-0 Dortmund. 4-2 Dortmund says Juicy Potato. What a quality name. 3-1 Dortmund says Taib. Afternoon, mate. Mohammed says 3-1. Chris says 3-1. Michael says 3-1. Oh, here we go. Lightning Ash says 2-1 Schalke. That'd be an upset, wouldn't it? Lewis says 3-1. Everyone's going Dortmund. 3-1s, 2-1s. 5-2 to Dortmund. Wow. George is saying 0-0. Can you imagine if we've sat here for 2 months waiting for a game to come on, then we sit and pick the 0-0. 5-0 says Fion to Dortmund. 3-2 Schalke says gaming with Arjun. Sancho's on the bench. Yes, Sancho is on the bench. For anybody who has joined late, Jadon Sancho is on the bench. He is in the squad. He's on the bench though, and Haaland's up front. The referee's just coming out as we speak with the ball. It looks so mad seeing nobody in that ground when you know how crazy their fans are, man. It's a nice stadium, isn't it? Proper nice stadium, but it just looks weird seeing not a single person in that stadium, and they're all out on the pitch. It's like a training game, but it's better than watching Reloaded. That's for sure. Yeah, to everybody who was waiting for me to go live on HOTMIC, I don't know what happened. It said something about it had an error. Listen, I probably left it a little bit too late to get all of that sorted out. I didn't even look. I was still set up at 2 o'clock this morning trying to figure out how to do it. But big them up, by the way, because their live chat is 24-hour support is sick. So when I come off of this, I've then got all the way through till tomorrow to try and get it sorted for the Bayern Munich game tomorrow. So listen, keep following that. If you haven't followed HOTMIC, the pinned comment, download the app, use my code Lee623, and then follow me on HOTMIC. I will get that up and running, and I will be streaming it simultaneously. I think what might have happened with that is I had this stream set up to go to Facebook. I then took Facebook out and then added HOTMIC into it, because I didn't realize I could do it straight off a StreamYard. I was going to do it off OBS. So yeah, I'll have to try and set it up again for tomorrow. But yeah, keep following that. Over 100 of you have done that already in 48 hours. So thank you very much. We are underway. The game has kicked off, and we are on the Cerveza. Football is back, baby. Football is back. We got no fans. You've got no fans. Where's that guy now? Is he still about? What was his name? The Wildstone Raider. You've got no fans. The ball's just back with the Schalke goalkeeper. He's hoofed it up to halfway. And it's comfortable. Dortmund have got it back. Light work for them. I'm just waiting to see the first tackle, the first feisty tackle. So yeah, it should be good. I'm just happy there's football back, man. It's good. Yeah, afternoon, Connor. If you've not subscribed to Rusty Con Gaming as well, that's my boy. So go and subscribe to him. He's got a gaming channel. Plays loads of different games, not just FIFA. He played Call of Duty. He's very good at Call of Duty as well. So go and check that out. Subscribe to him. And Connor, no, I probably cocked it up my end, so it had an error when I went live. So tomorrow, hopefully, we'll get HOTMIC working properly. But we shall see. We shall see. And let me just do that and that. Nothing really happening at the moment. A little bit cagey. I think, listen, it must be quite nerve-wracking for these players as well. It must be a bit of a weird situation because, oh, that's not going to go out for a corner, is it? No, it's kept it in. Dortmund have kept it in. They've hoofed it up. Schalke put a bit of pressure on it. There we go. First tackle of the day has gone in. A nice little slide tackle. Right, so that's that sorted. Dortmund have just given the ball away edge of Schalke's box. Schalke have got a bit of a breakaway here. Great tackle. They've still got the ball though, Schalke. You can see that the players are not really, they've got an overlap here on the right-hand side, Schalke. Poor pass. They were away as well. You can see that the players are a little bit cagey. They don't want to go tackling each other. It's weird to watch, man. They don't want to fly in with tackles and that. It's a bit of a weird one. Very weird. Lee, you on BT Sport? No, I'm not on BT Sport. Why? Why are you asking me if I'm on BT Sport? I'm sat in the living room, man. You lot are jokers, man. I will not be adding any more moderators to this channel as of yet, mate. I've got too many as it is, to be fair. Are you watching on BT Sport? Yes, I am, Chris. I am. BT Sport 1 if you're in the UK. I don't know where you'd be watching it if you're on a different continent or country or something like that. Cagey so far, a little bit cagey. Thank you, Mohammed Abbas, for your donation. Appreciate that, mate. Lee, I'm praying that we can get a few games in and Liverpool can be champions mathematically. Hendo lifting the title in an empty stadium will be sad. Haaland's in here. Oh, keeper spilt it. And he's got it back. Yeah, it's going to be a bit weird, isn't it? Because I do think that football is going to return, obviously, as we know, yeah. But I think that lifting the trophy in an empty stadium is going to be very strange, isn't it? It's going to be very strange. No, I don't need your pass, mate. Thank you. Thank you, mate. No, I'm all good. I've got it on BT Sport in the living room, mate. Thank you. How can you expect people to view you? You just view yourself talking. Mate, I don't think you quite grasp the concept of a watch along. Seriously, bruv. But thanks for viewing me, which is something you said that, how did I expect people to do it? Well, you did it, bruv. So thanks very much. I swear, man. People make me laugh. Don't people think before they speak and before they type? This is very edgy, this game, man. Schalke, look at the dive. Man just dived. Schalke got a free kick. Very dangerous area, right outside the D, dead centre. Oh, look at the way you milked that, man. I mean, he got caught, but the way he went flying down was just crazy. The next person who asked me to show the game is getting blocked. I can't show the game because there's certain things on the world, mate, called copyright laws. And I value my channel. So I don't want my channel to be shut down, mate. Jadon Sancho is on the bench, Tokyo Guna. I don't know if he's injured or not, to be honest. They're lining up this free kick. It's 25 yards out, maybe 27 yards out. Dead centre. They're lining up. I thought you were naked wearing that t-shirt. Mate, I've gone like a milk bottle. Straight into the wall with a free kick. I've gone like a milk bottle, man. I've been back in England 2 months. I'm losing my tan. Johnny says, who do you want to win? I ain't really too fussed, mate. I just want to see a good game. But I think Dortmund will win. I'll go 3-1 Dortmund. Would you take Harriet at Arsenal? All day long I'd take him at Arsenal, Brian. Dortmund have got a break on here. They're in here. They're in here. It's it. Ah, he's put it straight into the stands. Well, he hasn't, because there's netting behind the goals. Yeah, the ref is massive, isn't he? Look at him, he's about 7 foot tall. He was greedy with that. He should have done better. Right, I'm blocking you. Anyone who asks me to show the game's just getting an instant block. I ain't even debating it. Would you give me a haircut? I cut my own hair. It don't look too bad, does it? I need it to do it again. It's a little bit long now, but yeah, it's not bad. Do smash the likes up on the video if you haven't already. Do share the stream as well. Share it on one of your social platforms. That would be brilliant if you could do that. Any moderators in my chat, like VP, big up yourself. Anybody comes in and says, show me the game, just block them, please. Yeah, I'm fed up of repeating myself about copyright laws, man. Every single stream, it's like, do you not understand the concept of copyright? Pretty cagey first 7-8 minutes. Dortmund have got a little break on here. Oh, that's poor. Straight to the goalkeeper. Schalke keeper's got the ball. I'm watching the game on BT Sport in England, mate. Leipzig play decent football. Yes, they do. They do. I like watching Leipzig. You take Sancho at Arsenal. Is that a trick question? Is that a trick question, bro? Seriously. Yeah, Bertrand, it's been a bit weird, man. Like, you can see the players don't really want to go into tackles and grab hold of each other and stuff like they normally would. But I don't know. It's a bit cagey for me. I'm sure the more of these that are happening like over the next couple of weeks, the better it'll get. But I mean, obviously, surely they've been training on situations like, I mean, that case has just been barred straight over. But give it another 2 weeks or so, I'd imagine that they'll be back up to full speed. Because what we've got to remember as well is the fact that these players haven't played a football match for 2 months. So they're going to be a little bit rusty anyway. They're not going to be full match fit. Yeah, and the fact of what's going on and the restrictions and lockdowns and stuff like that, it must be a little bit daunting for these players to go out there today. But that's a foul. Dortmund have got a free kick midway in Schalke half. And the referee's having words. Somebody said to me yesterday that the referee was going to be wearing a face mask. He ain't wearing a face mask. He's not wearing a face mask. So, yeah, so thank you, Lewis. Anyone who hasn't shared the stream, do share the stream, whether it be on your Facebook, your Twitter, or any other social platform you can share it on, that'd be fantastic. I would appreciate it. Free kicks being whipped in. That's a great cross. And that's a corner. Is it a corner? No, it's a corner. I think they were offside. Thank you, Arjun. Appreciate that, mate. Is VAR used in the Bundesliga? I think it is. I think it is, mate. How many people in the stadium? Less than 250, I think. And most of them are staff of the clubs. And I think they're allowed 10 written press in there and 1 audio press. I think they're checking, saying this referee's standing there telling them to wait. He's talking through the headset. I don't know what they're doing because I've obviously got my TV on mute. Are they maybe debating a penalty here? I don't know. Well, they have played on, so that was all. They were checking a penalty for handball. It's a no handball, so they've played on. It's now a throw into Schalke in their own half. I don't know what took them so long to check that. I don't get it. You could see it weren't handball. You're doing fantasy football for the Bundesliga. No, I'm not, man. I'm not. Friday night. Loud says, yeah, VAR is used. They go to the TV on the side of the pitch if needed, which is something that they should do in England, which I think they're going to start doing as of next season. So that should be good. But as of yet, they don't do that in England, which is kind of stupid. They should do, really. Where's Chig? I don't know, mate. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing, to be fair. I don't know. He might be chilling with his missus or something. I don't know, mate. Afternoon, Jez. Hope you're well, mate. Are you on the grape juice this afternoon, my friend? I'm on the Stella. Yes, for anybody who has joined late, my stream on HOTMIC, an error popped up. I think that might have been my issue. I don't know, but it said that there was an error and I couldn't stream live on it. So I've just spoken to one of them on a text, and I'm going to get that sorted for tomorrow when I do the Bayern Munich game. I think it might have been because I'd already set this stream up to go live to Facebook and to YouTube. Then I took Facebook out and added HOTMIC in, so maybe it confused the system a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, it's been pretty cagey so far, isn't it? Still 0-0, 14 minutes gone. Why'd you look so confused? So I was reading a text message, mate. Do you know what? It feels weird doing a watch along. I ain't done a watch along for 2 months, man. I don't know what I'm doing. It's like I had to try and figure out how to do it all again. It's like when you do something every single day or every single week, it just comes naturally. Then when you stop doing it for 2 months, it's hard work, man. It's like, hang on, have I done that right? Was I supposed to do that? So yeah, there we go. But no goals, no real drama so far other than a VAR decision that was rejected for no handball, no penalty. So yeah, still 0-0. Max Hummels is on the ball. Dortmund are going forward again. No, Jadon Sancho is on the bench for anyone who's joined late. Time check is 14 minutes 36. And if anyone wants to help out the guys in the chat who can't get a stream, feel free. Just put a few in there, maybe. Dortmund are in here. Oh, he scuffed that, and that's a corner. And that's a poor ball. Very poor, very sloppy, very slow at the moment, but I didn't expect anything less than that, if I'm being honest. I haven't played for 2 months, so it's it was always going to be hard to watch, I think. Well, I wouldn't say hard to watch, but maybe not the free-flowing football that we expect from Dortmund. I'm very well, Ackerman Guna. I'm very well, mate. Long time no see. I hope you're well. Hope your family well. Big up Black Scorpion in the chat. Come on, Ola, my guy. How you doing, man? How's the wifey and the kids? Lee, who's the best player in the league? What, in the Premier League? Kevin De Bruyne. That ain't even a debate, bruv. Kevin De Bruyne. Maybe it's a sign that Sancho is leaving. Maybe. Maybe it is. Schalke have got the ball, and they've just tried a stupid pass. They've got the ball back. They're in their own half, popping it around the back at the moment. If you haven't followed my HOTMIC, do download HOTMIC. The link is at the top. Do go and download it. Do use my code and then follow me on HOTMIC. I will be back on that tomorrow after my technical difficulties on it today, but I will be on it tomorrow. So make sure you do go and download that. Use my code, Lee623. It is at the top of the comments. It's pinned to the top. So download that app, use my code, and then follow me. That would be great. 106 people have followed me on that already, so thank you very much. And this is still 0-0 coming up towards 20 minutes of the game. Who are you supporting in the Bundesliga? I don't really have a Bundesliga team, if I'm honest, mate. Don't really have one. I do like watching Leipzig. I think they're all right. Dortmund are decent. Bayern Munich are just an oiled machine, mate. They're just relentless, aren't they? But they do have to play 3 of the top 5, and they're only 4 points or 5 points clear. So Dortmund really need to win this, and that'll stick the pressure on Bayern Munich. Nice little pattern of play there. 4 or 5 real slick, quick passes from Dortmund, but it's back in their defence now. They're over halfway. They've got a little bit of a break on down the right-hand side. Hakimi's got the pass. A poor pass. That was a poor pass to Hakimi. They've still got the ball, though, Dortmund. Back to Hakimi, and he bottled that, didn't he? Jesus Christ. He properly bottled that. And that is a Schalke throw-in. Bayer Leverkusen are pretty solid. Yeah, they've got some good players in that team, man. They got some good players. Kai Havertz being the main one, obviously. Afternoon to everybody watching live. Over 200 people watching this live, so do smash the likes up. That would be great. Share it around as well. Share it on your platforms. That would be fantastic if you could do that as well. And hopefully we're going to see a goal in a minute. It's not really come close to seeing a goal so far. Hi, I'm a City fan. Well, I bet you love watching Man City every week, but they're a joy to watch. Although this season they ain't been that fantastic, have they? But it must be nice to watch proper football every week rather than banter football. So yeah, there we go. Anyway. Anyway. Turn me down, man. Turn me down. You got me up loud or something, man.
Oh, I just realised that.
Chig's watching me talk to myself. What are you doing? What are you doing? He's coming like a wrecking ball, isn't he? Look, just he's got King written on his hat. He thinks he can come in and mash up my stream, yeah?
Two secs.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, Chig is doing a jazz. That's right, he is doing a jazz. That's how far the delay is on this platform. About 5 seconds behind. I'm just gonna stop talking until he sorts it, because that's annoying me, man. Yo.
Oi.
Yeah, that's better. I don't know what you did there, mate.
I ain't got a clue. It's not even like I was watching you. I don't know.
Yo.
Oi.
Right, it's done it again, man.
I don't know what you did there, mate. I ain't got a clue.
Let me kick you out. Come out, go out and come back in, yeah?
Right, it's done it again, man. I don't know what you did there, mate. I ain't got a clue.
Let me kick you out. Come out, go out and come back in, yeah? What has gone on today, man? Chig comes in, echoey. Like, what's happening, man? Chig comes in, echoey. Oh my God. What's happening, man? 1 second. Maybe it's me. Let me try now. Let me try now. Oh my God, what has happened to my stream? Chig's put a bug in my stream, you know. Dortmund have just had a free kick gone out for a corner. Oh my God, what has happened to my stream? Chig's put a bug in my stream. Amateurs, mate, it looks that way, doesn't it? You wouldn't think I'm an experienced streamer doing watchalongs. Oh my God, what has happened to my stream? Chig's put a bug in my stream. Amateurs, mate, it looks that way, doesn't it? You wouldn't think I'm an experienced streamer doing watchalongs. Amateurs, mate, it looks that way, doesn't it? You wouldn't think I'm an experienced streamer doing watchalongs. Oh. Yo.
Yes, brother.
Yes, big man. Listen, I need you to hold the fort for me. I need to leave and then come back in because of that annoying echo, yeah? And it's relaying it back.
Listen,
I'll be back in 1 minute, yeah?
The fault for me. I need to leave and then come back in.
Oh, and there's a goal. There is a goal. Yeah, Volans just scored. Oh my days. Was expecting a goal. And yeah, I think I brought the good luck in for Dortmund. All right, let's check this out. Oh, wicked back heel. Oh, pitch off a cross. Yeah, fantastic goal there. It's a good build-up, man. Good build-up. Wow. Yeah, man. Shout out everybody in the chat room. Shout out everybody in the chat room. Oh, you just left as a goal happened, man.
I know.
Fantastic.
Wait, I don't know what happened there. It was like the gremlins had got hold of my stream, bruv. Yeah, it was a madness. Yeah, it's like every time I'm speaking, 5 seconds later, I could hear what I was saying 5 seconds earlier. It was like,
yeah. It was going on like that live too.
Man's not come back again. Do you know what I mean? Why are you sitting in your toilet anyway?
Nah, dickhead. It's just a little room, you know what I mean? No toilet got plugs or nothing like that, man. You know what I mean? It looks just a little room I put together in my house, man. So right next to my front room. I can watch you telly from it as well. Right. Yeah, man. How you been, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Let me just add Chiggin. Here he is. Come in, messed it up, and then left.
Yep. And when I tried to restart the laptop, it then gave me some, we're going to do some updates. I'm like, for flip's sake, what's going on?
Thanks, mate.
Welcome, man.
How you both been, man? I know how you've been, Chig, because we speak every day pretty much. How are you, Ola? How's the family in that?
Yeah, my family is blessed still. You know, everybody's just observing this whole lockdown thing, but at the same time, you gotta put food on the table still. The bills don't stop. You know what I mean? So the show must go on, man. The show must always go on, but
the show goes on. I'm not leaving. So you've still been going to work in that, yeah?
Yeah. I do I'm in healthcare work now, isn't it? So I do support work.
Saying, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I've been doing that now for like 6 months. But I still do a bit of driving every now and again, so which is still key working as well, having to deliver to hospitals all around the country and that. So yeah, it's mad, but you know what? If you're doing good in the world, you're gonna get the rewards. You know what I mean? Gotta help gotta help the people that need the services, man. So yeah, that's what I've been doing really, and picked up with the combat show with Chig, and we've been tearing that up every Fridays as well. So that's been good, you know, because while there's no football, you know, there's a lot of MMA talk that's been going on. UFC actually done a fight last week and in the middle of this week, so they probably showed the blueprint of how to do this football game to a lot of leagues. So I think a lot of leagues are going to pick it up.
Yeah, that's true, man. Like Dortmund are 1-0 up, by the way. As soon as I left, they scored. It was
Haaland.
Erling Haaland. Okay. What have you guys made of it? Let me ask you, Chig. What have you made of this so far? I thought it's been a little bit standoffish. They're a little bit skeptical to tackle, aren't they? That's how it's. Of
course, it's gonna happen. But then I also think once you just get into the flow of it, I think in the end you're just gonna shrug your shoulders and say, "All right, whatever. Let's just do this." So. I think it's always going to be like that. It's going to be very tentative until people just get used to it again. So we'll see. I'll tell you who I'm very impressed with. You know, Zakimi down the right wing.
Yeah,
all kinds of problems.
Yeah, he's decent, man. He's
I like him a lot,
on loan from Madrid, isn't he? He's on loan from Real Madrid.
Madrid must be mad. I know they've got a decent right back at the moment, but they must be mad to let him go.
Yeah, it was weird.
Even on loan.
Mm.
I mean, I wanted to ask both for you something as well. Like, I know you don't do like
dominoes, bruv. Don't worry about that. We're definitely not ordering dominoes.
VP will be gutted.
Yeah, man. Boy, we've been ordering jollof rice, man. Don't worry about Domino's, man. You know what I mean? Go get the proper jollof in, man. You get me? The real thing. So check this out. Yeah, you guys do transfer shows all the time on your channels.
Yeah.
What percentage do you really think that we're going to do any business in this window?
What, as in terms of buying players? Yeah.
Yeah, to improve the squad.
I'd say 100% we're buying players.
I think so too. It's just
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be what people think.
I agree,
But
mate. You know,
I think the club. Listen, we're ninth, bro. they have to improve the squad. They have to. They have to find a way of doing that. But at the same time, I also think that there's going to be certain elements that are going to have impact on the type of business that they do. I'm hoping and praying, and I know Lee disagrees in terms of he doesn't think it's going to happen. I'm hoping and praying one of them is Partey. I just think immediately he just lifts our team so much if you put him in, particularly if Lucas Torreira is committed to leaving.
Leipzig are losing, by the way, just to cut in. Leipzig are losing to Freiburg 1-0.
I would love Partey to come in, but other than that, for me, I do think we'll improve it. I just don't know how we'll do it, in all honesty. People always ask me that, because I know Lee gets the same criticism. Oh, why do you always bring up these transfer rumours and you're getting people's hopes up? It's rumours.
This is what people don't understand.
That's what I'm saying.
The amount of people that say to me, "Oh, why are you reporting fake news?" Well, it's only fake because you don't believe it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God,
that's a good word, man. I mean,
look, I'll give an example, right? Lucas Torreira's agent, came out on some media outlet in Italy, the other day. Dortmund are away. Jesus, that Hakimi is rapid, boy. Look at him go.
Rapid,
he's left him and gone. He's still got the crossing. He's got the crossing. Oh my days.
He's got a score, man.
I'm a little bit behind you guys.
Good defending, though.
Just seeing it now.
Bruv, he has got a score. That Hakimi is rapid. Look at him, man. Look at the way he just brushed him off. Yeah, laters, bruv.
How long have they been training to get this fit? Bro, I played behind closed doors last night. God knows I need a new preseason myself, fam.
No, just coming back to the Torreira thing, right, check this out. Torreira's agent did an interview in Italy or somewhere, right, and he said that Torreira's not happy at Arsenal, and that his idea is to move back to Italy, right? So I put on my Instagram a picture of Torreira, and I put Torreira's agent has said he's not happy at Arsenal and wants to leave. The amount of people in the comments that were going, fake news, fake news, fake news, right? So I then put the direct quote from his agent as the comment to them, and they're going, no, it's fake. I said, what? So you're telling me that this outlet has just made up a story, pretended it's Torreira's agent, and then just made up all of that quote? Is that what you're telling me? Like, some people don't engage their brain before they type.
And even if that's the case, cool. It was widely reported yesterday. Where is Torreira to deny it? Because
exactly. Guess what?
I saw him do.
Nice. Thanks for the memories.
I was just about to say.
I mean, it's not a new news. Or it's common news that Torreira wanted to agitate for a move last window.
Last window.
Yeah. So for this to come out now, and it's not really like he's been playing a whole lot, so you can see the reasons why maybe he'd be looking to agitate for a move like that.
He was crying like a baby in February or January, going, "Oh, the weather in England's rubbish. I don't like it here." Well, you knew that before you signed, bruv.
For me, listen, I said it yesterday. I like Torreira. I think he's a good player, but he's not irreplaceable. Not even close.
That's it.
So for me, I would say if you want to go, just extract the most we possibly can from him, and then move on.
Yeah,
That's
this
the way
whole
I look
shit
at
about
it.
selling him for 25 million, AC Milan trying to, you know what I mean, treat us like a dickhead and get some idiot money, selling to, you know what I mean, buying from us for. I want to see 40, 50 million pound price tag. If
You're
everybody,
mad. You're in
I
cuckoo
want.
land. You've been
No,
on
no, no,
whiskey or something or that rum, mate.
so,
Yeah, you've
bro,
been getting
I'm not
You
even
better
there
put
yet.
Ola on PG now. Put him
Bro,
on
I'm
PG
not
now.
even
I can
there.
tell
I'm not
already.
even there yet, blood. I'm not even there yet. Trust me.
Lee,
But
put
what
him
I'm
on
trying to
PG
say,
now. I can
if
tell already. He's
I'm just going to
firing
mute
up.
him, bro. I'm just going to mute
Going
him.
through the gears.
He's come with this. I've muted him.
He's going through
no,
the
no,
gears.
no.
I can feel it.
He's
No,
coming with
for
his
real
40,
though, yeah.
50 million for Torreira, bro. That's
Yeah,
Thomas Partey money,
fam,
bro.
do you see the amount of
Torreira money.
fools that's going for them type of prices though? In the current climate, on how players are being sold right now in the current climate.
Pre-corona,
Hang on.
I'd be with you.
Hang on, rewind. Just rewind.
Not so sure.
Right? You boys know that I sold double glazing door to door for 21 years. You guys know that. Most of the people are watching.
You're full of shit. Yeah, you're good at it too.
You've sworn more times since you've been on it than I've sworn in 48 minutes, bro. Yeah? You want to get that bottle of rum out, bro.
I told you. I can tell when he goes through the gears, he's about to start swearing.
Right. But no, check this, yeah. Do you remember when we had the credit crunch about 10 years ago or whatever? Do you remember that? Yeah?
Yeah.
Right, for those of you that ain't from the UK, you might not have known this, right? But there was a thing called the credit crunch, right? And basically,
that was a worldwide thing, bro. Everyone knows what it is, surely.
Oh, well, there you go then. Cool. I thought it was just an England thing, but there you go. Anyway, so the credit crunch, yeah, I'm doing direct sales. I've got to try and get people to have quotes on double glazing. Then I get paid commission off of the back of the sales, yeah? Right? Everyone's going, oh, that's it. Double glazing's done. Nobody's going to spend any money. That was the best 12 months I've ever had in my life doing that job. Because guess what? Nobody wanted to move house. Yeah? Nobody wanted to move. They thought we're staying improved, right? And this is the thing. Dortmund are in it. Good defended. But this is the thing. It just reminded me when Ola said with the current climate and this and that, yeah? Because the amount of people, when I knocked on their doors during the credit crunch, that said, yeah, what with what's going on with the current climate and all of that, blah, blah, blah. That was my best year in terms of wages, right? Yeah. And I think it's going to be the same with this. A lot of people are going to be shocked how much money is spent this summer. Yeah. Because let's be real here, right? Chelsea haven't spent a penny for 2 years, right? If they really wanted to, they could go out there and do 300 million quid this summer and it would not be a drama. It would not go against financial fair play. Man United have only lost about 18% of their revenue. Oh, Jesus Christ, they nearly scored. They've only lost about 18% of their revenue so far, yeah?
Oh, bull.
Which, yes, it equates to a lot of money, but really it's not that much money in the grand scheme of things for a club the size of Man United, because that 20% would be 40% or 50% of Arsenal's income, yeah? Man United are going to go and do money this summer. Not only that, right, there's going to be clubs. It's not going to be so much the bigger clubs that are affected by it, the Arsenals, the Liverpools, the Tottenhams, the Chelseas, United, City, Real Madrid, Barca. They'll all be fine, I think. Same with Bayern Munich, Dortmund as well. Where it's going to affect teams is the Bournemouths, the Everton, maybe not Everton, Bournemouth, Watfords, teams like that. If Aston Villa, for example, get relegated after having 2 months without any income, yes, they get balloon payments, but they're finished, mate. They ain't coming back up for 10 years. Yeah, maybe more. Yeah. Bournemouth, I see the other day, Bournemouth, yeah, 88.2% of Bournemouth's income is TV revenue. So if Arsenal went to Bournemouth, right, and said, we want that player you've got over there, I don't know, say Josh King, for example, yeah, and they went, yeah, 45 million. No, we'll give you 15 million, bruv. And guess what? We're going to ruffle the feathers of that player and we'll get him for 15 million. Yeah, because they're going to have to take it. When it's a club like Arsenal, for example, we can go, bollocks, we're sweet. We might not be as sweet as we was, but we're still sweet. Yeah, and I think there's going to be a few bargains to be had out there this summer from players that play for lesser teams in terms of size of their clubs. The ones that play for the big clubs, yeah, and the big teams, I think they will be all right, which is why the gap's just going to get even wider.
Do you think that's why Arsenal are trying to unsettle Partey? Because they clearly don't want to pay the release clause. They don't want to play that. But they know that the player now wants to come to us.
Well, they furloughed their staff, Atletico Madrid, yeah? In Spain, it's slightly different, apparently, yeah? I did a show the other day. and I read out the article. Yeah, when you furlough your staff in Spain as a football club, yeah, when it comes to doing a transfer deal in or out of the club, the government or the customs, the HMRC in Spain or whatever it is, has a say in what happens. Yeah, because they go, well, hang on, we're paying 70% of your staff's wages. But you're getting 40 million coming, yeah? Cool, let us have a little look at that deal, yeah? And guess what? We're taking 30 million of it. Plus, they're heavily in debt already. Yeah, they have to sell Sal. They might have to sell Oblak. They're going to sell Partey. You know, they've got some good players. They've got some big assets there. But I think we can get Thomas Partey.
I think so. I think so.
We can.
I just think the thing that worries me about that signing, especially that caliber of signing as well, is soon as somebody comes in and try and compete with us for him, we'd walk away. And that's the only thing. Because look, a club as big as us should be standing our ground and competing for a player of that caliber. But I just think soon as somebody, I don't know, a Liverpool or a Chelsea or even a United come into play, we just walk away from deals like that and let them have it and let them duke it out. That's what I want to see with us. Even if we compete and lose out, I take that over just walking away from the deal.
You make a very good point, right? And I said this, I did this live stream earlier on this afternoon, yeah? Dortmund are in here. One sec, they're in. It's it. Oh, what a finish. Take a bow, bruv. That was absolutely class. Yeah, who's that? Dahoud, is it? That was a quality finish, man. Schalke are getting pumped.
Someone was just talking about Dahoud in the chat as well just now, still.
But you know what, right? I was saying earlier that, you know, that like Unai Emery, for example, yeah? It's come out that Unai Emery wanted Wilfried Zaha. I think we all knew that. And this is why when people say to me, oh, it's fake news in the media, it's fake news, yeah? We've known about this for about 6 months, yeah? Unai Emery confirmed it himself, yeah, in an article or in an interview, yeah? We've known about him wanting Thomas Partey over Pepe since before we signed Wilfried Zaha, over Pepe, since before we signed Pepe, right? His words in that article were, in that interview were, I told the board that I wanted somebody who can win for us now, not somebody who's going to win for us in 2 or 3 seasons' time. I make Emery 100% right on that. Yeah. Although I don't rate Zaha and I think Pepe's better and will be long-term better. Yeah. It's about now. Yeah. You've muted yourself, Jig. It's about now, right? So if Emery wanted Wilfried Zaha, the club go and get you Wilfried Zaha.
Yeah, I agree. I think Zaha is a short-term impact guy. I, like you, don't rate him highly. But one thing I will give him is in that first 18-month period, he would have hit the ground running. And he's extremely good in counter-attack situations, which is what Emery set up the team to do. So you can understand why he wanted him.
Well, it's a shame. He wanted Fabinho. We gave him Torreira.
Yeah.
He wanted Harry Maguire. The club gave him Socrates and David Luiz. Like, come on, man. What's going on here?
And he wanted Partey as well. He wanted Thomas Partey.
Yeah, he did. He wanted Partey. It's half time in the Dortmund game. It's 2-0 currently to Dortmund. These Schalke players look dead on their feet, bro. They're all walking off.
They look very unfit.
They look beat out already, bro. They're done.
Yeah, man.
It's not been the high tempo, all hustle and bustle Dortmund, but they've showed glimpses of it. And that second goal was classic Dortmund, mate.
Both goals has been quality goals, isn't it? And the build up as well. The build up, the through passes, both goals has been quality. It's for under the circumstances, it's as quality as you'd get right now. So I think it's made for derby as well. It's lively, isn't it? You know what I mean? For derby,
it's more lively the longer the game went on. The first 15 minutes, you could see they didn't want to go in for a tackle, mate. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. But the longer it's gone on, the more they thought, right, well, fuck it, we're here now. Let's just have it. The second goal, Max, was Dahoud, who scored the second goal. Decent goal. For anybody who's joined late, I was due to be streaming on HOTMIC as well as this platform. And I don't know what happened, but an error came up, probably my error, because I did link the stream to Facebook and YouTube. And then I took Facebook off after I'd already set the stream up and then added in HOTMIC, so maybe it glitched it a little bit. But do download HOTMIC. It is the pinned comment. Use my code Lee623. Then follow Lee Gunner on there. And I will be on there tomorrow for the Bayern Munich game. So make sure you go and do that. Over 100 and something. Let me have a look how many people follow me on that. Over 100. There we go, 106. Let's make that 156 by the end of the stream. I'm not leaving until it happens, all right?
Oh, that was good. That was 85 this morning. So
yeah, come on.
Really good.
Bro, it's mad. I ain't even done any videos on it. It's over 100, yeah? I'm telling you, right? I swear down this is true because I know it and I know I'm going to do it. The one that's got the most followers on that platform is the Anfield Rap. Yeah, big up them, by the way. They do a podcast, Liverpool podcast, yeah? They got 4,900. Yeah, inside 6 months, I'll overtake them.
Please,
I like the ambition, man. I like the ambition, man. You know what I mean? You got to have them. You got to have them ambitions and try and go.
Listen, you know what I mean? On Facebook, inside 6 months, to nearly 6,000 followers. Yeah, because of hard work, consistency, and these guys in the chat just being the realists, the real ones. Yeah, same with Insta. That's over 10K now. Twitter, I don't even care about, but that's on 15s. And then obviously this, and if I want to build something up, I market it. Yeah, come on, I'm from sales and marketing, bruv. Yeah, but no, it all comes from you guys in the chat as well, constantly sharing my stuff, liking my stuff, posting, tagging me. The comments on everything I do is lit, mate. It is lit. Yeah, more traction on this channel than some with 250,000. So. Yeah, it's kind of mad. So big up everyone in the chat. I am going to go for a toilet break and a cigarette real quick. That was planned regardless of these two turning up.
Yeah. I see you just be like, listen, look at this image. I'm out.
yeah, just have a look at this and I'll be back in a minute. Come on. But yeah, I will be back in a couple of minutes and I'll leave you with these two jokers.
Yeah, I swear.
But listen, do smack a like on the video. I'll be back in 5.
I need to whoop your ass on FIFA again, man. When you got a minute, bro.
Listen, wind your neck in, all right? Yeah, I swear, I've been practicing. Yeah, I've been losing to Norwich. I've been losing to Sheffield United. I spent Newcastle career doing my brain, bro. Just signed Timo Werner. Yes, I ain't playing anymore. Yeah.
All right.
I got Werner, I got Saka, I got Tierney. Who else did I get?
Oh, wow, okay. And Arsenal let them
Who
go.
else did I get? I got rid of Grealish. We got De La Vega. Who else did we get? I bought another big one the other day. I can't remember. Anyway, I'm going for a fag. I'll be back in a minute.
All right, blood.
So it's the Combat Show Takeover. Jess Simi. So this goes because I just saw his or her comment. It says, this goes out to the panel. Don't you think the first few weeks of the Premier League teams with better finishes will get wins so that we could see a few surprise results? What do you guys think? With better teams will get the wins. With better finishes. I'm trying to think. I think in answer to your overall question, I do think the first few weeks of the Premier League will be interesting. I think teams generally will start quicker because they've had less time to switch off. Because obviously, I would imagine, according to the Premier League plans at the moment, it's to start on the 1st of June, it's to end sometime mid-July, and it's to start more or less similar sort of time as it did before. I'd be surprised if they don't push back the start date to September, to be honest. That's what I would do. I mean, these players, for all the grief we give them, they actually do need to rest. And I know some of you guys will be like, but they have been resting, but they ain't really. They've been at home expected to hit certain levels of fitness. So I would imagine that, it would be pushed back to September's start date and then go from there. But yeah, I think it could make for a surprise. The whole interruption will make for surprise results. That's for damn sure. So we'll see what happens.
Bro, imagine Liverpool going to lose the rest of the rascal games, and they're all man. No, look, it's not going to happen. But You just
No,
never.
I think he means start of the season.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
all
a
right.
point. I don't actually know if he means start of the season or not. That's a good point.
Because for me, I'm counting this whole restart as almost like a start of the season thing. And by the way, today would have been the final day of the season. Today would have been.
Yeah, sure.
It would have been playing the final game of the season today, and everybody would have kind of known where we are. Liverpool would have probably been lifting, officially. They probably would have done that already, but like officially, the season's done. Seen as title winners. But when you look at the way teams are going to come back, you just don't know. I mean, Sheffield, are they going to have the same momentum? Are they going to have the same fitness level? Are they going to have the same cohesive play that they had before the season was suspended?
Okay, so Jess has reconfirmed what he or she means. They went. Sorry, guys, I meant better fitness. Okay, so then he does mean this season. So from this season onwards, so when it restarts, do you think they'll have better fitness? I think it will take them a while. Couple of things will happen. You heard me, Lee, and Ola mention it in the sense that so far in this game, it was initially very tentative. And I can imagine a lot of these players are scared. And then after a while, you just think, all right, Racco, let's just do this. And I think that's what's going to happen. It'd be interesting to see if Liverpool start in their stride. Like Ola said just now, I don't see Liverpool losing the rest of their games or doing anything mad like that. They would have to try really hard to screw it up from here. It'll be interesting to see Arsenal. We're hearing lots of good reports that lots of these young players are hitting their targets and going above and beyond. But what I want to see is they need to hit their they need to really go that extra mile because, we've got a game in hand. It'd be useful if we won it. But bear in mind that game in hand is against City.
It's against City.
I'm not overly confident.
Could we get a surprise result there? Could we get surprise? This is what the question is all about because some teams can royally screw up that you just don't know.
Is that our first game upon return?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what our first game is going to be. Nobody really knows. We don't know how they're going to place the fixtures. They're saying we could play up to three games a week. So nobody really knows how everything is going to pattern up. But only time will tell. You know what? Now that this is happening, I'm getting that. I'm getting back in the frame of mind that we're gonna get some football back again, which is nice. It's nice to see. But at the same time, it's just the integrity of the game that's going to come into question now because it wasn't like how we left it. It's almost like we're playing two different seasons in one season without the fans in the in the stadiums and all of that behind closed doors. So it's kind of difficult, and how you end up gauging it to still keep the integrity of the game. The people that are doing the VAR business, how are they going to operate? You know what I mean? Nobody really knows how that's going to come into effect. So for me, I just want to see the first few games how they've tweaked it, and then we go from there. But I still think we're going to get quality games. It might not be as fast as we like it to be, but there'll still be some very, very good quality football. And that's what we expect from these professionals. These guys are professionals. This is what they've trained all their life to do. So nothing's going to change in that respect. It's just a matter of who gets it. Who gets it done. And I definitely rooting for my team, for Arsenal to go out there and look. They all seem like it looked like we were the first ones to be really back in training. In the Premier League, anyways. Whether that's going to come into play and help us in the long run, especially where fitness is concerned, we'll find out and see. But I'm excited though. I'm excited.
I also think Jess's comment just now is actually relevant as well, where we don't know the sort of effect. I would expect it to have minimal effect, but we don't know what sort of effect playing in no stadiums will have. you know, what rule they'll go back to, because all of a sudden, apparently, the Premier League are now reconsidering their idea of neutral venues, and they're thinking about, all right, well, let's just revisit this idea of going to everybody's stadium. I think ultimately, I get the whole notion of neutral stadiums. You know, you minimize risk by having only a few stadiums that you go to. But I think if you're insisting on these teams to play with the threat of relegation still, then just go to their venues. You know, go to their venues, because this is still an advantage even without a crowd. I think, you know, there are teams that know their pitches better than the other opposition, and any small tiny advantages that they could get, they'll take, especially if relegation is on the line. So I just say, I get the notion, but just go to neutral. You just have to make sure that all these grounds you go to are secure and are safe. That's the bottom line. That's all you can do, really. Ben,
I got one. I was just gonna say, I got one here from Taibu saying, how many Dortmund players do you rate? How many of them players?
I rate quite a lot of them.
Yeah, same here.
Sancho, Haaland, Hakimi. Trying to go through some of their players now.
Dahoud looks good.
Dahoud looks good. Is that the first? Is that their second goal scorer?
Second goal scorer, yeah.
Yeah. I like him. There's quite a few. I mean, there's a few players. And I know someone's going to ask in a minute, do you think they're better than Arsenal players? Listen, all I would say is one team plays in the Champions League, one has just got knocked out of the last 32. You ask yourself that question. You ask yourself that question. I don't want to crap on my team too much, but let's just be honest.
Which one's your favorite player? Shout out, Miss Belinda. Which one's your favorite player?
Hakimi. I like Hakimi.
Hakimi.
I do. I know he can't defend for crap, but going forward, it looks so good. So good.
You'll fit in well at Arsenal then if you can't defend.
I know, right? I know, right?
Just read out some of these scores real quick. Dortmund obviously 2-0 up. Erling Haaland and Dahoud with the goals. Leipzig 1-0 down. Hoffenheim 1-0. Düsseldorf 0-0. That team that they're playing at the bottom of the table, by the way. So that's a good result for that team so far. I think that'd get them out of the relegation zone, Paderborn, if they draw
that's a good team, man. They were dominating it in the second division of the German league.
They're sat right at the bottom of the table at the moment, but there's still 5 games, 5 games left. 5 games left. So I think if they draw that, they can get out of the bottom.
Okay.
But yeah, it's been weird, man. It's been a weird first half. It got better the longer it went on, but it's been a bit of a weird one, isn't it? It's been a bit crazy. But I'm just happy we got football back, man. It's like, it's class. We got football back, baby. Watchalongs are back. And, yeah, man. Every man and their dog's doing a watchalong today. It's kind of funny.
Oh, I know this. You might as well get used to it. This is going to be life going forward now for the rest of the
year.
Man. You said this last night as well.
There's 2 billion people that watch YouTube every year, or 2 billion users on YouTube. Yeah, there's space for everyone, man.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah, everybody can eat, man.
Yeah, it's mad. But players are back out on the pitch for the second half. It ain't kicked off yet.
Just to answer Bez's question in terms of what will happen in the Champions League and Europa League now that certain teams have stopped their season, I imagine it will be buys, the way they do in tennis, where a player can't fulfill their match, and then the other player just gets a buy into the next round. I imagine that's what it will be.
Do you know what? I was speaking the other day to my missus, dad and that, yeah? We were talking about golf. We were like, why did they stop playing golf? Why did that come to a halt? Yeah? All you got to do, is just carry your own clubs, just wheel your own clubs.
Your card here.
You get the electric one and walk it around for you, right? And then all you do is just design the hole that when the ball goes down it just pops it straight back out. Yeah? You didn't need to stop golf. And the funny thing is, now people are allowed back out to do a little bit more. All the golf clubs are open again.
Of course.
Yeah, it's like, come on, you didn't need to stop golf. It's like a one-man sport, really, isn't it?
It's same as Wimbledon. I don't know why Wimbledon got cancelled. Umpire sits right at the top.
Yeah.
And you got the 2 players.
Yeah.
On the other end of the
Just
bloody
keep the crowd out.
court.
Keep the crowd out. Are you okay?
Yeah, look
Yeah,
at this.
let's keep the crowd out.
My boy Connor knows. You used to be sick at golf. Exactly. I used to be sick at golf. I was decent at golf, man. Connor knows, man. Big up Connor. Go subscribe to Connor's channel as well. The second half just kicked off. 2-0 to Dortmund. But yeah, I did used to be good at golf, man. But my dodgy back issues had to stop that one, innit? I feel like Mesut Ozil saying that, but my back is battered, bro. Like, it is madness.
It's all that FIFA playing.
Nah, my osteoarthritis kicks in, bruv. It's mad. I need to go and see a chiropractor, yeah, and just get clicked back into place. Because yeah, my back is in bits, bruv. I can't lie. But big up 200 people watching live. Do smash a massive like on the video. Share the post around. Share it on social media. Follow Chig and follow Ola. You should have put your ats in, man. You should have typed it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually is on there, man.
You've just come in as 0, bruv. Look.
Nah, I come in as old blood.
OD, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he come on, Chig. I said, why are you sitting in your toilet?
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to read so straight away. I was like, get out here, man. You get me?
Listen.
Is that your little man cave?
That's a little new room. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, man. That's a nice little room that I put together for myself. It's just a little. Let me show you guys. Let me give you a quick tour.
It's cribs with Ola.
Look, that's my little fucking Wakanda mask there, right there, sir.
We don't know. We don't want to know what you get up to after dark. Come on.
Trust me. What I wear behind closed doors, blood. Trust me, man.
You can just tell he's a freak like that as well.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man's got OnlyFans account and everything. Trust me.
Wakanda forever, man. You know what I mean? Trust me, man.
You're a joker, bro.
Big up to Diesel in the chat, by the way. He's a guy that does a podcast with Claude. Big fans of all of us. Big up to him. Big up to you, brother.
Shay says, "Do I play cricket?" No, I don't play cricket.
Don't play cricket. It's fun. It's fun.
I don't play cricket. Oh no, I love it.
Oh, there you go. Oh, beautiful.
That was
beautiful
sick.
goal, man. That was a sick goal.
Mate,
the pass,
man, 3-0.
The pass to slice of the defense, man, is mad.
I hate you TV watching scumbags. I'm watching it on very kindly on Chris News app.
Yeah.
I'm a little behind.
I'm just watching it as well, man. It's like just watching it now.
Oh, okay. I'm watching it now.
No, I'm just watching the replay of it. Blistering counter-attack.
Oh my god.
Yeah, look at that. Where is the Schalke defense? Haaland's just passed him clean through. I mean, that's a finish, bruv. That is unbelievable finish. I mean, the keeper's had a mare with it, but come on, like it literally went straight through him. But what a breakaway!
Big up, Shay. I see you.
What a goal! That was a quality finish, man. And they're getting pummeled 3-0.
Yeah, you predicted 3, didn't you?
The keeper's kind of gone to scoop, like, trying to scoop it away like that. It just went straight through him.
He's had a mare. He's had
a shocker, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, big up my boy Lee Johnson. I fully forgot to send you that DM the other day as well, so don't worry, I'll get on that. Hello, how you doing, man? Bluetooth, come on. Bluetooth.
I hate this Bluetooth thing because it's catching over him.
Come on,
hey, come on, mate. Even Aubameyang did Bluetooth on his Insta story, bro. Come on. Did you see that?
No, I missed that still.
Oh, it's catching on for him.
Yeah,
it's catching on for you.
It was Ousmane Dembele's birthday yesterday, yeah? Right? So Aubameyang put up on his Insta story a picture of Aubameyang with a clenched fist, yeah? As they're celebrating for Dortmund.
Oh,
right?
And
then he's put Bluetooth Pharaoh, yeah?
Oh,
I'm like, bro, you're blatantly watching my streams. There's no way he's got that.
I'm surprised you ain't patting that down. That's an immediate T-shirt right there.
Yeah, come on.
That's an immediate T-shirt right there. Bluetooth.
You get me?
It's already done. Dortmund.
That one actually is. That is your thing, unmistakably.
No, do you know what? I can't lie, yeah, right. And I'll always credit him as well, yeah. When Troops was in Moscow, when they went to the CSKA game, Schalke were in it. Oh, straight across goal.
Unlucky.
Him and Tao were in a restaurant or a pub or somewhere, yeah, and it was rammed, and they were at the opposite end of the table. Yeah. Oh, good save. And Troops went to fist pump Tao, and Tao's like, "Oh, it's 2-5," walking all the way over there. So Troops goes, "Yeah, Bluetooth." Yeah. So listen, it's stuck. I've been saying it to my daughter for time, mate. I've been doing that for about 8 months. But it's funny. I'm not saying Aubameyang watches me. I know people are going to go, "Oh, he actually thinks Aubameyang watches him." No, I don't.
I was already thinking someone has gifted that.
Come on. No, listen, where has he got that from? Genuinely, real talk. Yeah, there's only 2 places he could have seen that as a main thing. Yeah, either on my channel,
could be one of them.
On my channel, or when I've been on AFTV, and all of these real ones in the chat have been spamming Robbie's chat with Bluetooth and a fist pump.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's funny you should say that. You know, when you had like 2,000 people watching you at the time, it did occur to me. I wonder if someone like Aubameyang and people like that are watching the stream. Because they do love up.
Let's hope Mesut Ozil ain't watching it, mate. He'll be crying.
I'm sure if he's heard of you or seen you, he knows you don't like him. I'm sure.
That's definitely something you should put on a merch, man. You know what I mean? Put a merch together and put that on it. Put Zoolander on there as well, man. You got that fucker out.
I'm about 90%,
and
95% sure.
That's the fucking name too, man. You got that fucker out there, man. You get me?
I'm about 95% sure Hector knows who you are. 95%.
I remember I did that video, yeah. Right, and then somebody put it on their Twitter account, and it just went mad. It went viral.
That was a mad video, man.
But then the funny thing is Ola was standing as they come off the team coach in the underground.
I was right behind Ola at the time.
Yeah. You was there, innit? Yeah. I'm standing there shouting, "Yo, Zoolander!" as he gets off the coach.
Ola turned to me. It was like, "I'm gonna call him Zoolander." I was like, "Whatever." My man stepped right forward. I thought, no way, he's actually going to do it. Goes, "Yo, Zoolander," and everybody just went quiet, right? At the time. and all you see was Hector just turned to him like, and it was just like, yeah, at least you know who you are. You know who you are.
You know who you are, man.
You know who you are.
You get me? Yeah, man, trust me. That was a mad moment, man.
Yeah, Zoolander, bro. He knows who he is. He knows who he is. Yeah, look at this. Look, 4 assists in 2 seasons.
Diesel, that's your boy as well, isn't it? Ozil. I'm joking.
Oh, don't tell me he rates Ozil, bro. Come on.
He hates him as much as you do.
Oh, good. Big up Max in the chat. He says my favourite Borussia Dortmund player is Brand.
Oh, you know him as Max. I still know him as TD Shifts.
Ah, come on, man.
That's
sorry, brother. I didn't know you're fam like that. Sorry about that.
Come on, Max, man. Mine comes on my member streams and all sorts, bro. Yeah, sitting there at 4 a.m, yeah, in his car while wifey's in the house, and then the sun comes up and he goes back in. Like, did you sleep in the car, bro? But the funny thing is, his missus is actually from Manchester.
Okay.
Yeah, he lives in Australia. But thank you for that, man. And his dad was really ill as well.
No, Max is good people. Max is good people, but I still call him TD Shifts.
No,
I didn't know he was on first name basis like that. I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's how we roll in these member streams, bro. We do quizzes and everything now. Although I must admit,
my Aussies are real.
I must admit though, I was supposed to have done 3 live member streams this week.
Oh, great pass.
Yesterday, I haven't done any of them. So
I'm starting that myself. Look at Diesel's comment. Trust me, Lee, I hate him.
Good. Do you know what? Yeah, as much as I can't stand the geezer, and you obviously can't as well. Yeah. Hazard's on the bench, bruv.
Is
Hazard's
it?
on the bench with Sancho. But unless he came on, I didn't see it. Dortmund are in again here. But yeah, you will not find a bigger Ozil hater than Zach in our group chat.
No chance.
Bro, he didn't even want him.
No chance.
Dortmund
great pass. Look at it in here. Oh.
Do you know what? The one thing I'll say about that Haaland, yeah, as good as he is, sometimes he looks so clumsy on the ball. Like he's got that Lukaku clumsiness look about him. Yeah, although I'm not comparing him to Lukaku in terms of playing ability because he is a don, bruv. Yeah, right. But like just then, like the way he couldn't stop himself because he's a big guy. He had to
big guy, yeah.
5 seconds to slow down and stop and turn. Yeah, it's like he's a quality player. Don't get it twisted. But yeah, I had him on career mode on FIFA. I thought he was crap on FIFA.
Just keep in mind, Arsenal did speak to him. They did manage to actually speak to him.
Oh, Schalke are in here. Nice little nutmeg. Go on, they're in. They're in. Well, my 3-1 prediction's still on here. Oh, deflected. Keeper's got it. Man looks like he needs to get out and have a shave, boy. Did you see that? That lockdown's not doing him any good for his beard game, bruv.
Max dropped a donation saying, Lee's my second wife and Black Scorpion is my bodyguard.
Yeah, I keep it locked.
Jeremiah says, did you see Emery's interview? It's like a bitter ex. Do you know what, right? I haven't seen it. Yeah, I haven't seen it. But do you know what? Yeah, fair play to him. I like the fact he's come out and said it because do you know what? He's saying what I've been saying, that he weren't buying the players. The club decided who we were buying. Yeah, and they basically said, well, you're not having Zaha, you're having Pepe, which explains why Pepe was benched quite a lot under him. Yeah, because he wanted Zaha. He wanted Harry Maguire instead of Luiz or Socrates or the pair of them. He wanted Fabinho and Partey over Torreira. I make him right on that. Yeah. And,
for me, the interesting part was the Mesut Ozil stuff. So the fact that, these players always try and make out like Mesut Ozil's like popular and everybody wants him and everyone wants him as part of the side. And actually Emre saying, well, actually, I was going to make him captain. And people were like resistant to it. And I thought, oh, okay. I thought that was pretty interesting, actually. That
shows how much I know. Hazard scored the third.
Did he? No, yeah, because I remember you saying that Sancho was on the bench. So when
Hazard was on the bench. He must have come on at half time. I must have missed it. But yeah, he did. It was. Yeah, well, do you know what? I'm stupid, bruv. Emery needs to shut up and wait for his next job, says Omar.
But that's why he's spitting these bars now, because he's almost like he's trying to play the role of. He's trying to basically explain why things went wrong, and apparently he's being linked with his Valencia job. So,
the only thing that I got, the only problem that I got with this whole Emery situation, yeah, man's coming out blaming his fucking girlfriend, blood, calling her a witch and shit, yeah, as to why he's not. How can you be calling your girlfriend a witch? Yeah, and that's why you were losing games, blood. I was thinking to myself, what the fuck's wrong with this guy?
I'll defend him a little bit on this, but just to let you know, Max dropped another donation saying, "Oh, and Chig is my uncle."
Oh, thank you. And, no, do you know what? Do you know what it is with Emery and that witch thing? Yeah, it's because the witch wouldn't let him wear the Wakanda forever.
Listen, we all know
she went freaky like that.
We all know, as people with other halves, we know that if anything derails you, nothing derails you more than a woman. Now, arguably, you should be more professional and not let that come into your job, but women have that effect on you, man. They do. They do.
Yeah, but to call her a witch, though, I'm thinking, right. Is it that deep?
On the bench.
Say that again.
Chris says Hazard was on in the first half. I'm sure he was on. I'm sure it said on their account, their Twitter account, he was on the bench. I'm going through their tweets right now.
Look at Tony's just last comment.
Man was on the bench. I'm not even lying. Man's on the bench. Watch. I'm going to share my screen. On their Twitter account, it says he's on the bench. Watch. Yeah, watch this. Can you see that? Yeah?
Let me see this.
Look, man's on the bench next to Sancho.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll zoom in on it so you can see it better.
Yeah, but just about see it.
Yeah, it says Hazard.
He's on the bench.
Yeah, but is that his little brother?
Yeah, no, but that's Eden Hazard don't play for them. Obviously, he plays for Madrid. Yeah, but that's his brother. It says he's on the bench. Yeah, did he actually start? Look, in the first 11 on their Twitter. Maybe there was something up and I missed as well. I don't know. I've been watching the game and I didn't even see it.
Apparently, Reina was pulled during the lineup.
Oh, well, there you go. I didn't know that.
During the warm-up.
This is why you guys are the real ones, because I ain't even watched it.
During the warm-up, he was pulled.
Right.
I've been sitting there watching it, but I'm not watching it.
Don't miss TD Shit's last donation.
Guys, let's be honest. Everyone's wife is a witch's. Oh, bro, I can't read that out in front of me. Right.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I can't read the rest of that out. You're wrong, bro.
Just make it clear, babe. This was not me. It's not me that put this. Just saying. If I laugh, it's just because I'm being polite. It's not because I actually find it hilariously funny in the truth. Yeah.
If they casting that spell out there, man, you know what I mean, behind them closed doors, you can't, you know what I mean, make you do all kind of mad shit, man. You get me? So shout out to the shift on that one. Then can't say too, but don't want to get this thing flagged, man. You get me? Shit.
That's a madness. But yeah, Dortmund are good, man. Yeah, Dortmund are very good. Yeah, Davian, they are very good. Their counter-attacking is immense, mate. They just make it look easy. They just rip teams apart so quick. And Joe, it reminds me of it's like when Liverpool counter-attack. Yeah, it's like bang, they're gone. Yeah, there ain't no way you're catching them. Quick one-touch passes and they're ripping through you. They're away again. That Haaland, look at him. Look, it's just dribble around. Oh man, got the ball. That was a good tackle, actually.
I think we've kind of all addressed this separately on some type of show, but just to quickly address Yannick Cass's comment about what we think about Icardi and Wanda Icardi and stuff like that. For me, I like Icardi. I just don't like the wife, and that does make me worry a little bit.
Hey, let me ask you this, because
speaking of mad wifeys, that's a mad.
I see something
talking about a witch.
Yeah, I haven't watched the show that Troops did with Robbie, but apparently Troops had dramas with Icardi's missus or something. Well, I don't even know what's happened.
Oh, is it? Oh,
yeah, I don't
is
even
it?
know what's happened.
Wow, I didn't know. So on Thursday, I did watch a little bit of the Bias show.
Dortmund are in again here. Oh, what a finish. That is class, man.
I'm just watching the build-up.
He's offside. He's off. That was class, man. What a goal that was.
So yeah.
Is it a goal? Is it offside?
I don't know. They're checking it. Yeah, they're celebrating. Yeah, they're celebrating.
That was quality, man. That was. I'm just watching it again. Haaland to Brandt.
Oh my God.
Ball, he pings it out left. Back into Haaland.
Oh my days.
Oh, look at that, bro.
Yeah, he's on side all day.
Outside of the
boot. The finish. Oh my God, the finish.
What a finish. Look at that. Outside of the boot one, yeah?
Oh my God.
That was a madness. Look how quick they did it. Bang, 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 bang. So quick.
Oh, that's
See
beautiful.
what I mean? He just looks so clumsy at times. It's like he's not in control of what he's doing, but he is so good.
That's beautiful. But yeah, it's literally like TD Shifts put as a donation. Thank you, TD Shifts.
They got TD Shifts in the chat.
His wife should stay in Milan. Did she reply?
Yeah.
Did she reply to that?
So I this is news to me, this next part, but basically the whole show, the whole initial part of the show was basically Troops. You know the way Troops is strongly like saying, like, no, I don't want her here. I don't want him here. Especially if he's bringing that mad woman. So I don't know if that got back. You know, Troops has some sway. He has some sway.
Hey, bro, man's got clout, bro. Yeah?
He's on DM basis with Aubameyang. He's on DM basis with Aubameyang. So like, this is not outrageous that it goes back to her, and she's like, what? So,
but the thing is, I see on Twitter, somebody posted Icardi's kid wearing an Arsenal shirt, yeah, and it went viral, and everyone jumped on it.
You know,
the kid wears a different shirt every day of a different team.
Exactly.
But do you know what?
She's not smart. She's not dumb. She probably knew what it would do. She knew what it would do.
She knew it would trigger people. Of course she did.
She knew what it would do. So. I said that at the time that it was probably nonsense.
Lee, what, you're not sharing the drinks. You know what? Time to go and dig out the Captain Morgan.
Are you allowed to drink in the toilet?
Yeah, idiot, you know. Swear to God.
I'm swearing every 2 minutes.
I just gave you the tour of my fucking crib, man. You know what I mean?
You need to go get a drink. Every time you swear, you need to back a shot.
Ola does not have a PG mode. Tell you now.
Trust me, I'm back in a minute.
Okay, go on. Tyrone says Dortmund is decent, but Bayern will always win the league. I disagree, right? The reason I say that, Dortmund are going to win this year, and I think they're in again here. They're in again. Go on. They're in again. 1 second. It's it. They're well in here. Go on. Back stick. Oh, missed it. Do you know what? I think this puts them 2 points behind Bayern. Bayern have got to play 3 of the top 5.
Who manages Dortmund these days?
Good questions. I don't know.
I genuinely don't know. Sorry about our lack of knowledge on this.
Mate, we're not trying to pretend we're Bundesliga experts like everyone else. So,
true. Imagine a certain.
I don't watch Bundesliga, mate.
Imagine a certain person is trying to give you loads of rubbish facts.
It's the first time I've ever seen Haaland live.
It's Lucien Favre.
Security services. Max wants to know how much you charge for security, Ola. In that muscle, yeah?
Uh-oh. Didn't hear none of that.
That's their coach, Lucien Favre. Yeah, hey, Ola.
I'm on the proper 12, fam.
Oh, look at this guy. Look at him. He's down it. Every time you swear, you're back on his feet, yeah?
No, man, we're not doing that.
Write him off. He's gone.
Yeah, he's a write-off, bruv. Yeah, he's a write-off.
Write him off.
If you get me on that thing there, blood, you know what I mean?
I'm putting that Wakanda mask on in a minute. Start doing some moves and that, you know what I mean?
My man, we did a show last week. I was going to swear. I crap you not. Maybe 10, 15 minutes later, my man was gone. I'm like, how strong is this thing, bro? Like, how strong is it?
Mate,
how strong is it?
Seems fire still.
Hey, Dortmund have had 4 shots on target. They've buried all 4 of them. That's clinical, man.
Chris New says Dortmund are the best team in Germany. For me, I think they're amazing.
Do you know what I like? Do you know what I've noticed? The difference between these 2 teams, yeah? Dortmund just looks so much fitter. Yeah, it looks like they've not had a break. Yeah. Whereas the other team, they were knackered at half time. They were walking off like raw, puffing, couldn't get their game together. Yeah, but Dortmund just looks so much fitter.
The real ones remember the episode of Us Three. I see Ackerman says Domino's Pizza.
Wow. Mate, I don't even want to talk about Domino's Pizza.
It was the best episode. It was the best
I've
episode.
never seen anyone go at Domino Pizza's manager the way Lee did that day, I'm telling you.
That was jokes, man. They even made me delete the video.
Man.
They said, we'll give you a refund on that. Delete the video.
It was the best episode. Oh, man.
Yeah, Ola's gone, bruv. Ola's done. Yeah, now he's backed out that 12, bruv. He's done.
It's gone. It's a wrap. Tedious, by the way, he asked this before, Ola. He wants to know how much your security services are.
I'm a certified security man. I got my vest over here. Look. All right. I got security vest right there. Yeah. No joke thing. Proper things. You understand? You pay me the right money. I'm gonna look after you, man. Get you from place to place securely. You get me? DM me, man. I'll sort you out some good prices.
You're jokes, man. Man's got a security vest and everything. He's got the Wakanda mask. Look at this guy. Look, he can't keep his feet. He's like a baby giraffe, that guy, wasn't he? You see him? He's like a baby giraffe, man. You watch him. You'll see it in a minute, chick. That's not a foul. That's not a foul. They've given him a foul. It's in a good position for Schalke, edge of the box. Carlton Palmer. Dortmund have 2 quality fullbacks. They actually do, to be fair. They do. But this is a good opportunity for Schalke to try and put some credibility on it, man. It's like 4-0 down, you're getting hammered.
Oh.
Afsar says Arsenal should sack Arteta and get Simeone. Free kick. It's whipped in. It should have gone for goal. I don't know why he floated it in. Oh my God, that's ended up. That's ended up down in Dortmund town centre.
What kind of finish attempt was that?
You know what I mean?
It was trying to kill. It was definitely trying to kill somebody.
Do you know what it was? You remember that that advert where he just kicked it and went Avits? Fahid Hussein says, I agree, Arsenal fans need to wake up and realise they're no longer the same team, just a Europa team. Arsenal are dead blood. Do you know what? You're preaching to the converted, mate.
Dead
I already know.
You're definitely young to be stringing up a sentence like that.
Thank you for watching, mate. Appreciate it. But no, I already know that, mate. I've been saying it for what, 8 years?
We're saying that for a long time, man. You know what I mean? We're not that team anymore.
I've not jumped on
still that club.
Positivity. Mikel Arteta put out cones, as Claude would say. Big up, Claude. For Pep, I'm not on that hype. Yeah, man dyes his hair. Anyone who dyes his hair should be sacked anyway. Yeah, man's using just for men, bruv. Come on. It wouldn't surprise me if that was even a wig.
I don't know. For me, I mean, everyone knows I wanted Simeone in the first place, but you know, in all fairness, let's see what this Arteta does, regardless if he's got a Lego head or not.
Right, they're away again, yeah? Oh, that was a poor ball, man. He was gone as well if he put him in properly. Keeper's dinked it out. It's a throw. Yeah, his Lego hair, man. Just because he talks a good game, everyone can talk a good game. It's about doing the game. 18 and a half minutes to go. It's 4-0 to Dortmund. Absolutely rampant, like a rabbit. And it's been mad. It's been so easy for him, man. Do you and Diesel run security together?
No, fam. We don't run security together, but we can put some business ideas together and make it happen. You get me? But
just
no, we don't run security
chat,
together.
Just when there's questions come through.
Who's your favourite Arsenal player, Lee? Tierney. And Martinelli.
Who's your favourite one of all time?
And guess what? I knew about Martinelli and told you he'd be good.
Oh yeah. Who's your favourite one of all time?
Bergkamp, bruv.
It is Dennis. Okay.
Yeah, man.
I thought it might have been. I just didn't know.
Yeah, Bergkamp, bruv. Like, the thing is, a lot of people will say Thierry Henry. Yeah, but I feel like a lot of them, and it might just be me being ignorant, a lot of them never really see Bergkamp properly. They might have seen just the back end of Bergkamp.
Yeah. From the time people are asking who Christopher Ray was, I already know what time it is.
Oh, bruv, Christopher Ray.
I couldn't believe the amount of people.
Hey,
and listen, Omar, I know you're one of them, but you're young at least, so I can understand.
Do you know what, Chig? Yeah, Arsenal YouTube, big up Arsenal YouTube. I know they watch. Yeah, they blocked me from commenting on their channel.
Trust you.
I swear to God, I put a comment up, and they did the Lee Dixon documentary. I said, "Why are you posting this?" I said, "Because all you do is peddle relevant stuff for now. You never educate a global fan base on stuff that was pre-Premier League or pre-Wenger. Yeah. So all you do is you push your narrative, to what's now. If Mesut Ozil spits his chewing gum out, does a kick up and catches it, that'll get 10 million views on their channel. Yeah. Lee Dixon, the club legend of this football club. Yeah. It had 2,000 views in 4 hours, bro. They've got nearly 2 million subs. Yeah. So I put a comment in, and I thought, let me go and have a look, see if anyone actually bothered to reply to it like a couple of hours later. Yeah. I thought, no likes, no dislikes, no comments, nothing. So I thought, let me go onto the gaming channel and go and have a look at it and see. Yeah. Comment weren't on there. So that's how I know it's blocked. I can see it. So I just think it's got no traction because they've muted it, hid me from their channel. Yeah. So you can post your comment, but nobody will ever see it. I was like, look at this bunch of jokers. I commented on one of their videos the other day. It was Ian Wright, when he did that I'm going to call you thing with Patrick Vieira and Mertesacker.
Oh, yeah.
They took a 1-minute clip of that. They put it on their channel, and the thumbnail was Vieira and Wrighty. Yeah, I think it's had 9,000 views in 3 days. It's like, I'm sorry, you give me Wrighty and Vieira and put them on this channel, I'll get 250,000 views with 35k subs. Yeah. So I said to him, hit me up when you want to boost your platform. Yeah, I think they blocked me after that, innit? And that's why the next comment.
Yeah, because obviously, like you said, they're not trying to push the old school and educate the young up and coming fans that's coming up. They're thinking here and now, and we live in a microwave world, you see, where everything is instantaneous. What's going on right now? It's only what's relevant.
Why do they do a tour of Singapore or Australia or America? Because they know they've already got the fans in England. Yeah, and if I don't go, you'll go. If you don't go and I don't go, Ola's going. If we don't go, somebody else is going. Yeah,
they were supposed to go to Australia this preseason. Obviously, that's now not happening, but that was the initial plan. Apparently,
and I get that they want to expand their brand and market it. Cool, yeah. But at the end of the day, I think it was Kenny said this to me the other day, innit? He said this to us the other day. If a player gets off the team coach, he's going to ignore everyone who's standing waiting for a signature, yeah, because he don't have to do it.
True.
Right? When they go to Australia, America, Singapore, they're standing with a crowd for half an hour. They're doing their photos. Yeah, but it's like, whilst that's great, and I get that the guys from like all over the world have made Arsenal massive, yeah, right? At least show a little bit of respect to the people that do go to matches every week when you see them and they see you and they ask for a photo. Don't just pretend you're on your phone, which is what they do. When they're walking through the car park underground, I've seen it. I've been there. I've done it. Yeah. Alex Iwobi and Danny Welbeck were walking out one day. Yeah, and there was this young kid there. He must have been about 7, right? And they both just see the kid, and he was shouting with his dad. Yeah, and there was like a fence. They were one side of the car park, they were the other, and there's a gate. Yeah, and you have to have the key or a fob to get in it. Yeah. And the kid's going, oh, Alex, can I have a picture? Danny, can I have a picture? They just both backed out their phones and were pretending they're on the phone. It was like, that kid's 7 years old, mate. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Like, at least go and give him a picture and make his life. Do you know what I'm saying? Make his whole world. Yeah, but they don't. It pisses me off, man.
I'm literally just gonna go and get a drink and slash.
Yeah, come on, he's feeling left out here now, Ola.
I am.
You know what sucks is I can't watch the game in Australia. Oh well. I have a question for all 3 of you. If you could take 3 players from Borussia to replace 3 at Arsenal, who would it be? Light work. Jadon Sancho. And then I'll play Pepe left wing and put Sancho right wing. Or you could vice versa him. I'd go with Haaland, even though I think he looks a little bit clumsy at times. Yeah, the guy's a killer. Yeah, and then I'd go with Hakimi at right back. Because Zoolander, nah, bro. Thank you for that, Max. Why can't you watch the game in Australia? What about you, Ola? Which 3 would you go?
I'll go for Marco Royce.
Sancho, he's coming on. You go Royce.
Oh yeah,
Royce.
I'll go Royce. Yeah, I'll go Royce. It's quality when he's playing and he's banger. This guy is right up there with one of the best. I like that Dahoud. I like the look of that Dahoud. And I'll go with Hakimi as well because it's a problem position for us, that right back. You know what I mean? We've stuck so many people down there, and the latest one that we bought hasn't even he ain't even been there. He ain't even been there once, and that's Suarez. Is it Suarez? Cedric Suarez. Yeah, you know what I mean. We ain't even seen this guy played yet. So for me, I don't know what's going on, man. But yeah, definitely Hakimi will be there, Marco Royce and Dahoud.
Right, man's gone off injured, man. When are you and Ola doing the next combat show? Says Jahed.
Yeah, we do the combat show every Friday, 9:30. We did one last night. Every Friday, 9:30. Come join us. Hopefully, you go type in combat with a K. You'll find us on there. The combat show every Friday, 9:30.
Big up my boy Jibs, my guy. Come on, Bluetooth it up, baby. My guy Jibs. How you doing, buddy? 1-1 Leipzig Freiburg.
Yeah, man. And salute to you as well, Lee, for letting us plug that on here still. You know what I mean?
Yeah, come on, man.
It's all love, man.
You can do whatever you want, yeah, apart from swear.
try. I've been holding myself back all bloody afternoon, man. You know what I mean? I'm trying, but I'm trying.
Man said Sancho needs to see a barber. I so does Troops. I see him post.
Oh my days! You see his man.
Hey, I cut mine myself. I think I've done all right.
Well, you ain't done a bad job, you know. Considering you ain't done a bad job, man. I don't have the coordination to even try and do that myself, man.
You have the facilities for that, man.
I don't have the coordination to even try attempt to cut my hair, man. Like I'll mash up the whole thing, blood. You know what I mean? If I did do that, like
just get wifey to do it, man. Just get a number 1 all over, bro.
Have you seen what wifey done to Pepe, blood? You mad? You see what I did to Pepe's hair?
My wifey's been begging to do my hair. I'm like, nope.
That's negative, blood.
Frank makes a good point. It says, I love Arsenal, but why should any Dortmund players want to downgrade and come to Arsenal? It'd only be for the money. Real talk, mate. Real talk. Real talk. Don't forget, I will be streaming on HOTMIC tomorrow. I was supposed to be streaming on it today, but technical difficulties, probably me being a clown. But the pinned comment on this channel, go and download HOTMIC app. It's free. There's a link at the top of the channel on the pinned comment. Use my code and then follow Lee Gunner on it. So that would be lovely if you could do that. I will be streaming on there tomorrow, the Bayern Munich game. We've got currently 111 people following me on that, so thank you very much.
Wow.
And yeah, man, it's going all right. Big up Shay. Good evening. Good evening. I swear him and his brother Benjamin are the same person, you know. I swear he just poses as 2 people. They're never in the chat at the same time. Although I do think I blocked Benjamin from the channel.
That might be right.
It was Pepe's sister that did his hair.
Well, that's what they think. That's what he says. That's what he says, Starboy. You know what I mean? But that's from what I see on the post. That's not what the post said, man. The people around that commented on the thing as well.
Girlfriend, sister,
you know what I mean?
Show me a barber's certificate before you start talking about, oh, can I cut your hair? No.
You get
Hey, Jake, which 3 players from Dortmund? Max asked this earlier when you were gone. Oh, Dortmund are gone here. Dortmund are gone. Hakimi is gone, bruv. That's a ball.
Oh, look at that. Oh, my
that
God.
should be 5.
That's unlucky.
Just
too much, innit?
Man. Yeah, Max said, which 3 players would you take from Dortmund?
Oh, easy. Haaland, Hakimi, and Sancho.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that's what Lee said.
Light work. Our whole right-hand side. Listen, I like Pepe, but let's be real here.
Hey, who blocked you, Justice? Come on, who blocked you, bruv? Own up in the chat. Who blocked Justice? Justice is a baller, bruv. Man's got trials at Arsenal when this all goes back to normal, yeah? Yeah? Man's going to remember me when he makes it as a baller, bruv. He's going to give me that VIP service so I can coat off Zoolander in the flesh. Big up my guy, DJ Crane. Hey, DJ Crane, yeah? Who was it? Somebody in your family or your friend or so? I think it was his daughter, actually. Yeah, made him a face mask, but it had my logo on the face mask.
Oh, that's wicked, man. That's absolutely fire.
He goes, you should put these out. But you know what, yeah?
You should have put them out.
As sick as an idea that is, yeah, you know what you'll get on the back.
Face masks are so easy to make, bro.
Yeah, but you're profiting off of deaths.
They are so easy to make, bro. Let's be real here and let's be honest here, Lee.
You're profiting
apparently,
of the coronavirus.
according to the experts, this coronavirus is probably going to be with us for the next couple of years. So you may as well just get it.
Bro, they say the country is losing, the world is losing, and Lee's profiting, man. You know what I mean? Embrace it, Lee, man. You got to start embracing this thing, you know, fam. You got to start embracing it.
I haven't seen daylight for 9 weeks, bruv. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. The furthest I've gone to the other side of the main road, like just across the road outside the yard. I ain't gone nowhere for 9 weeks. I came back for a week, bruv. Yeah, that Greek yogurt in my fridge is going to cause another virus, bruv. Oh yes, thank you, Moise. Thank you very much. I forgot to mention this right at the top of the show, man. I was having dramas with the HOTMIC thing and that. Yeah. Hopefully Kenny Sampson gets well soon, man. Apparently he's had a fall I don't know what happened. Apparently there was a kerfuffle and he fell over and he's banged his head and he's fighting.
Badly.
So yeah, hopefully club legend Kenny Sampson, one of the best, if not the best, left back we have ever had. It's close with Ashley Cole, and it is close, but yeah, listen, man. Hopefully he gets on the road to recovery real soon, man. So
I echo that. Completely echo that.
Yeah, look at this comment. Ask Chick why he's ignoring me.
I've only seen it twice, but knowing Adam, he likes for some reason to put certain statements out and then wait for my reaction to it. Like, okay, you think Ashley Cole's the best left back in the world?
Chris says he'll buy a face mask. Big up Chris. Wait, you need to big up Chris. He's giving you your login details for BT, bro.
Chris is my guy. A, he has an awesome name. And B, whatever the brother wants. Whatever the brother wants.
Well, within reason, though, blood. Within reason, man. You get me? Within
question. Name the quote from AFTV that came here and thought they were going to win. They were saying it's the best team in living history. Name the game and the year. Name the quote. Hint. This is from AFTV. They came here and thought they were going to win. They were saying this is the best team in living history. That's got to be Tottenham 4-2. I don't know who said it, though.
I won't put it past that boy that got robbed the other day, blood. Someone punched him up in his mouth and shit.
No, it's a fan cam. That's what he's saying. It's a fan cam. Do you know what? Right?
Lee, if you don't do that face mask thing, by the way, I'm so doing it. I just want you to know that. I'm thinking about it now.
I have no idea, man. But I'd say it was Tottenham 4-2, but I wouldn't know who said it. But Kenny Sampson was better than Ashley Cole, says Afsar. To be honest,
he got replaced by Nigel Winterburn in the end, didn't
he? I didn't really see Kenny Sampson. Like, I was too young for that.
Yeah, me too.
I know he was quality from. Oh, go on. Dortmund are walking this, bro. 3 minutes to go.
Apparently, it was you, Lee. It was you. You was the answer.
It was me.
You made the quote and you didn't know the quote.
Was that me?
He says a lot. He don't remember it. He says a lot. He don't remember it. That's what's happening.
Let me read that again. Name the quote. This is where they came here and they thought they were going to win. They were saying this is the best team in living history. Right?
It sounds like something you would say, though, man.
I actually said that. That's crazy.
Look at Tyrone's comment underneath. My
favorite Gotzer is on. Another Mesut Ozil, bruv. Overhyped.
100%.
Living up the back of a World Cup winning goal for the rest of his life.
100%. And it's always linked with Arsenal every flipping time. It's like, no, on this geezer.
Schalke just ballooned one into the netting behind the goal. That kid looks about 13. Look at him. Who's he, bruv? He looks about 13.
Oh, that's a much nicer one. Me and these Clementines, I had one proper bitter one a second ago. Now I'm having a quite nice one.
There's no fans in the ground. Who is he waving at?
Well, probably waving at. There's got to be certain people allowed in the ground. Maybe not in fan areas, but
yeah, there's about 250 people there, I think. Yeah, but most of them are like club staff, doctors, medical staff. Then I think 10 people from the written press were allowed in, and then one person from like radio station was allowed in, I think.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
Ozil, Gotzer, and James Rodriguez overhyped. You could add Coutinho into that as well.
Yeah, Rodriguez is another one. I brace myself every time I read that story.
Adam says, I said Ashley Cole is the greatest Arsenal player of all time. Well, you didn't see Bergkamp then, bruv.
Sure.
Although if you think Ashley Cole, you've not seen Bergkamp. So what makes you come to that conclusion, my guy?
I don't even know why he was so badly keen for me to see it. Like, okay.
I don't know. Maybe he wants one of them King hats, bruv. I don't know.
King, by the way. Come sponsor me now, man. Shit.
Message him, man. What's the Insta? We'll message him. Hey, check this out.
I've reached out to a few companies. Trust me.
Is Gary still in the chat, right? If Gary Robinson is still in the chat, reveal yourself, right? he drinks this drink, yeah, some little canned drink. I can't even remember what it is. It's called some, I think it's called Gypsy Ale or Gypsy something drink, yeah, right?
Okay.
So I see it on his Insta story the other day, yeah. So I thought, right, let me screenshot it because I see him drinking it quite a lot. So I went and tagged the drink company, yeah, with his screenshot that I'd taken of his Insta story. I tagged him and I tagged the company, right? They've got like 20,000 followers on Insta. They've been going 5-6 years or whatever. I said, yeah, I said, the amount of drink this guy drinks of yours, I feel like you should give him a lifetime supply for free, yeah? They read it, never replied. Right? I thought, look at these dickheads. Next day, right? I said, take it you didn't fancy it then. I said, no worries, with a thumbs up, yeah? They read it and never replied. I was like, hang on, at least come back with some kind of banter like, nah, what with what's going on at the moment, but we'll send him a case for free, or when everything gets back to normal, we'll give him a case. Or they're like tiny little Coca-Cola cans of drink, bruv. Like, come on, man, seriously, what's the matter with these people? I just promoted them to 11,000 people.
Yeah, I must admit that is unusual considering that you know I've gotten replies from big companies before that tell me to
The game is just
go
finished,
through
by the way.
X method.
The game, yeah, the game's done. It's full-time 4-0. Embarrassing for Schalke. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Ashamed of yourselves.
Time to go from whoever the manager is.
Well, now we need Schalke fan
Shout out to
TV.
brother Club.
Oh, no, there's no fans, is there? They're all doing this elbow shit, bruv. I feel like I need to get Bluetooth on the viral one.
You get me?
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
the manager's trying to do the Bluetooth. The players coming with the elbow.
yeah,
It's
come on,
like,
the
but
elbow, yeah,
nobody
do you know what I
knows whether they're coming and going, man.
Yeah, it's like they're confused, bruv. They've been drinking too much of that as well, bruv.
You're trying to say I'm confused, man.
Yeah, this is a good question. Who are the top 3 players from the 80s? Jeez.
Oh.
Look at them. They're pretending there's fans in the crowd. Do you see that?
They always do that. That's a culture thing, man. You know what I mean? So fair play to them, innit? Fair play to them, man.
They're gonna
do it. They're gonna do it. I like this, but no, this is wicked. This is wicked.
Look, they're gonna do the bounce in front of everyone, 2 meters apart.
2 meters apart, yeah. Oh, look at this. Yeah, man. No, shout out to them. Yeah, that's class, isn't it? I like that, man. I like that. Because no, that's fantastic.
That's banter, bro. That's proper.
Yeah, fair play to them. Fair play to them.
Top 3 players of the 80s. Oof. You'd have to go.
You got to say Barnes was one.
Yeah, John Barnes was a baller. Platini's definitely in there. Gaza. Although Gaza was more 90s.
It's more 90s,
Oh,
yeah.
well, I suppose late 80s, 90s. Yeah, you could throw Gaza in there. And I don't know, there were so many fucking good players.
Ian Rush was definitely
Ian
one
Rush,
of them.
yeah. Baresi. Yeah, he was sick.
Listen, I'm not doing badly. I was born 85 and I still know some of these. Some of these.
Maradona. GT Playboy says Maradona. Yes, how could we forget Maradona, bruv? Hey, if you haven't watched the Maradona,
Roberto Baggio's got to be in there.
it's on Netflix.
Roberto Baggio's got to be there.
It's called Maradona. Go and watch it, bruv. Yeah, it is mad. Rummenigge, yes, he was decent. That's
a name you have to say carefully if you're watching.
Yeah, I have to say that carefully when it's on the screen, yeah? You know what I mean? Don't want to be no viral racist thing again, you know what I mean? Jesus Christ. Romario, yes, he was class. Do you remember the little...
Yeah, man, that was a player still.
Ruud Gullit, come on, Georgie. Ruud Gullit was a baller, bruv. There was too many to pick.
There's too many to totally pick 3. Yeah,
sure. Alan Hansen. Alan Hansen was one of the best centre backs ever, mate. He was brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely,
no
quality.
nonsense. So solid. Liverpool fans speak so highly of him as well.
Yeah, Freiburg. Zizou, he was 90s though, bruv. Ozil.
he was no period. He was Ludogorets, and even then you question it.
You know what I mean? Would you take Julian Brandt at Arsenal, guys? Says Max.
Nah, I've never been keen.
No, he's
Never
good.
been keen.
He's quick. He's technically good.
Maybe it's just me.
Oh, look at this one. This is our proper throwback. Paolo Rossi, bruv. Baller.
Okay.
Right, look at this. Look, no, where's it gone? Do you remember it?
No. Who's doing
Man did not look like a footballer. He looked like a bank manager, bruv. Charlie Nicholas, Champagne Charlie. Champagne Charlie. George Graham soon sorted him out, bruv, and fucked him
one
off.
time. He was the Mesut Ozil of Arsenal, though, to be fair. He was the Mesut Ozil.
Right, listen, I'm going to go for a quick cigarette. We'll do what, 5-10 minutes of questions, and then we'll bounce, yeah?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right, cool, man. I'll leave you boys to it for 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, man, we're there, man.
Rephrase that. I'll leave you guys to it for a couple of minutes, then we'll do 10 minutes of questions. All right, good shout. Big up, Rocky. Rest in peace, bruv. Rest in peace. Graham.
That's a big shout still. Frank Rijkaard. Rijkaard is a big one.
Van
You know what I
Basten,
mean?
Romario. Yeah.
I'll be back.
When did Lee Dixon come in? I think it was 86, 87. One of the two.
Well, he came in with Steve Bold, didn't he?
Yeah, so he was part of.
Signing.
Basically, I would say go watch 89. This is a DVD you need to invest in. If you've got Sky Sports, find 89 on Sky Sports. Because basically, they break down exactly how these players came in. Basically, George Graham came in there and was like, right, XYZ player, you're out of here. So he got rid of people like, Kenny Sampson. He got rid of rid of Charlie Nicholas. He got rid of a bunch of people. And then at the same time, he then brought in Nigel Winterburn. He promoted a bunch of the youth. So people like Paul Merson that was already there, promoted up Tony Adams. He brought in Steve Bold. He brought in Lee Dixon. So it was a proper little job that George Graham did. That's why we as fans that remember what George Graham did find it so frustrating when a new manager just can't come in. Don't act like you ain't been watching. You know half these players are crap. Just get rid of them quickly, quick time. Get rid of them. Because we've seen it happen. It's just it doesn't happen often enough. These new managers come in. Oh, let's see what they can do. I might be able to create a miracle and make them a good player. No, just get rid of these guys. They're crap. They always will be crap. Just get rid of them. Which of this? I don't know what CBS means. Which of the CBS? Oh, of course. Duh. Which of the CBSs would you get rid of this summer? Well, we've got 8 on the books. I'd genuinely get rid of 6 if it was up to me. Maybe 7 if it was up to me.
Yeah, there's too much of them, innit? I mean, they're too much and they're not doing enough. And for the amount of outlay that we're putting on centre backs, on the wages they run, I mean, and I'm not even gonna lie, Rob Holding,
I'd sell him.
Is he good enough to be at the club? Callum Chambers,
I like Chambers, and I'd still sell him.
This one, like, is he good enough? Mustafi, Socrates, David Luiz. I've counted 5.
Socrates has said that if he doesn't start games, he wants to leave.
I've counted 5 that needs to go straight away, and we got 8 on the books.
Mavropanos, bounce him out.
That's another one, 6. So, like, what you left with? What's the new boy that we got from?
We've got Saliba. You keep him.
Saliba,
and then you've obviously got Mari, who's on loan.
And
Would you sign him? Would you sign him?
I've not seen enough. I've not seen enough to really make a conviction on him, because he was just kind of warming up, and even the couple of games, maybe one FA Cup or the cup game that I really saw him in, I didn't really see enough against the opponent that I was playing against. So I can't really go out there on the whim and say, yeah, sign him.
And truth be told, I weren't blown away against the game he did play, which was Portsmouth.
Yeah.
I weren't blown away. He was okay. Like I remember people were gassing him up on social media after, right? And me and Lee watched that game, and I knew people were gassing him up. That's why I intentionally asked Lee, "What do you think of what do you think of Mario?" We both said at the same time, "He's alright." Well, you couldn't really tell from that game because Portsmouth were never going to be a team that were going to put it on us. Like you want to see what he does under pressure. I'm not saying he's a bad. Listen, if we end up signing him, maybe the manager has seen enough in training to say he's a decent player. Okay, so be it. It's your call, this one. So be it. To me, I've not seen anything that makes you think, oh, is this amazing player? Other than he's got a left foot, which is what Arteta seems to be more concerned with than anything else. So, yeah. I'd rather see young players next season than those dead, overrated players. Yeah, me too. Me too. Because I must admit, I agree with a lot of what Lee says in terms of the young players. I don't agree with everything, but I understand the mentality of if you bring young players in, have them all grow up together as a unit. The problem with Lee's plan is we suck at holding on to players. So if some of these young players turn out to be talented, we start to lose key players, and that's the only thing. I'd rather. Yes, I do think a good 70% of these guys should be quite young players, but I think matching them in every now and again with experience, I don't think will be a bad thing. Help us through some of these crappy competitions like the Europa League, picking up a couple of FA Cups here and there, trying to turn their mentality into winners as they start to grow older, start to develop and get a taste for winning. Who knows? Maybe sooner or later they do start to compete with the likes of your Liverpools and Cities. But we need to start changing their mentality first. And the only way you do that is by making sure that any experience you do keep helps us. That's the one thing that I think Liverpool has done perfectly. What they did was they said, all right, Milner's not the glamorous signing, but we're going to have him for a couple of years because he's going to help this team guide them through. Then Jordan Henderson started taking that role. And Henderson, I think, is only 30, but still, he's helping them guide them through. And that's where your experienced players do help. Our experienced players become the superstars, and that's where we use them incorrectly. Liverpool use them as more of a support network, as more of a rotation. They're seen as mentors. So they're not the guys that are going to steal the limelight. They're the guys that are going to help you through in being in the limelight. And that's where there's a fundamental difference. If anyone doubts what I'm saying, look at this David Luiz situation. I read an article the other day talking about how, David Luiz has been fundamental in Arteta keeping clean sheets. And I sat there thinking, yeah, I remember 3-4 decent good games out of Arteta. What are we talking about here? Sorry, out of David Luiz. What are we talking about here? But this is the thing. For me, apparently, David Luiz is amazing in the dressing room. Great. I don't want to see him starting games, though. That's the difference.
We don't need a cheerleader, mate. We've got enough of them in the fan base.
That's what I mean. So, I don't know. I just... Things like that just make me think, I don't know if Arteta understands that concept side of things yet. Great. If David Luiz is great in the dressing room, no problem. But I don't want him to be stealing the limelight and playing, like getting by, playing decently, and then people acting like he's playing amazingly. No, mate, you've had 4 or 5 7 out of 10s this season. That's about it.
What are your expectations for Arteta next season? Go. I'll start with Ola. Go on, Ola.
I mean, not a lot. I'm not expecting a lot for. It depends how much money he gets. I mean, for him to take the job, I'm holding hope that he was given some guarantees that he'd be able to implement. And if he's able to implement those guarantees that he wants, obviously those are going to be his sword to fall on. But he's not had the chance yet to really do that, because he came in as the third manager this season, and this season is gone into catastrophe. So it's hard to even contemplate what you'd want Arteta to do, especially going into the market and how much money he'd be able to spend if they want him to make his own money by getting rid of players before they add to whatever he makes, and then they can go and spend that. So, but if he's able to get enough money together and buy the players that I want, I'm not even sure the kind of draw that Arteta's got in the window. You know, I'm not sure what players he can pull because he's got no experience. And saying all of that, I still expect maybe a top 6 finish, and I don't think that's what we should be expecting as Arsenal fans. But we've got to be realistic. I'm not even sure we can get top 6 finish next season if Arteta is not backed properly, and even if he does, you got to gel the team together to go and get you that position. So it's very, very difficult. But I put him in the top 6 for next season, which is going to be his first proper full season. So I'll say top 6. I don't think that's too much to ask of Arteta, knowing the job that he was going into.
What about you, Chig?
What's my expectations of Arteta? For me, I just want to see improvement. That's it. I'm just going to keep it nice and simple. I just want to see improvement. I want to see a bit of passion, a bit of teamwork, because for so long we've not played like a team, and I think that's contributed to, so many people focus on style of football. Actually, they just don't look coherent as a team. And I think if I can see improvement in that department, and like somebody said, I think just a change of mentality is everything. And if I can see those things, then hopefully we might do something. I don't think we'll make top 4 next season. I'm just going to be honest. But there may be a stronger showing next season whereby we might finish in the top 5. Right. Maybe.
Let me read this comment out, because I'm actually sat about 5 foot. We're social distancing right now with Pops. I've got to say this real quiet because he's a Wolverhampton Wanderers fan. He's even got his Wolves t-shirt on today. Yeah, Grant in the chat says, I said it from the start, we should have got Nuno.
Yeah.
You know what? That's never a bad shout. That's never a bad shout.
And I remember me and Lee were batting hard for Nuno back in the day. And when you think about the fact, listen, this is going to sound like I'm crapping on Arteta. I don't want it to be. For me, I'm not Arteta out. I still want to see what the man does. But you can't tell me, even if he ends up winning a Champions League, you can't tell me it is not nuts to give a job like Arsenal to a novice. You can't tell me that ain't a terrible risk. Yeah,
you give a finished article to a novice. You don't give a work in progress to a novice. Someone. Let me ask that question that I pinned a couple of times. Overall, we'll go with Ola first, because we're all of an age where we've seen life before Arsene Wenger.
Yeah.
Who do you think was better out of the two, George Graham or Arsene Wenger? Wifey shouting Wenger. She loves him. Yeah, she's getting kicked out later. I mean, Wenger lover, every time I mention that guy, it gets me angry, right?
You got to go with Graham. I mean,
yeah, you tell him all. I see you're a real one. Bluetooth.
Yeah, you got to go with Graham, man. Some of the stuff that he was doing back then, and with the players that he had. I mean, the players he had, they were. I didn't want to swear. They were soldiers, man.
Whatever you normally do. What's holding you back?
They were fucking soldiers, man.
It's not too late for the video. You might as well.
My guy. Yeah, man. They were soldiers, man. You know what I mean? They go out there to war. Like the mentality that Wenger brought back. And let's not forget, some of Wenger's greatest achievements came from the players he inherited from George Graham, which Bergkamp is one of them. People need to remember that.
Adams, Bold, Winterburn, Keogh,
all these players,
Ray Parler. Yeah,
these were Graham's.
No,
these were the players.
all
These are
jokes
the
aside,
players Wenger
like,
inherited. You know what I mean?
when you assess it, like logically, without just looking at invincible, yeah. I've said
Take
this
the
so many
invincible
times,
out.
for me, the invincible season out of the 3 titles he won was the worst team. Yeah, it was an unbelievable team, but 98 and 2002, them teams were lit, bruv. Yeah, for me, they were better because Anelka was raw, man. He came in it. So who the hell is this guy? Yeah, you know, then 2002, we just absolutely slapped everyone, right? But 2004, don't get it twisted, that was a mad achievement. Yeah, it probably won't be done again, but you never know, right? But when you look at George Graham, he won 6 trophies in 9 years, right? He won the title twice, which basically ended Liverpool's dominance. Yeah. And they were the best team in the world. Yeah. Yeah, we've got the best finish to a league season ever by winning at Anfield '89. Yeah. And when you watch the video footage of him when he's saying the media are against us, nobody's giving us a prayer.
Nobody.
Yeah, we're going to go there. You let me deal with the media. You just concentrate on football. And then when you hear the players say at half time when it was 0-0, yeah, he said, yeah, fantastic. We're going to win. Go out there, nick an early goal. They'll start shitting themselves and we nick it at the end. He knew what was going to happen. Yeah. He was so good.
And sorry, let me add to this as well. Yeah, go if you lot ain't heard it, go and listen to Lee Dixon's story on how he ended up signing for Arsenal. Yeah, he won a £700. He won a 700, and George Graham told him, mate, you ain't getting that. Yeah, you can stay at Stoke or come to Arsenal. Come and work for us. Work, you know what I mean? Come and put in the thing. And you're on £250 a week. None of this £250,000. I mean, this man was directing soldiers. When I'm talking about people, you know what? I was listening to the radio the other day, and they were talking about those Wimbledon players and how a lot of them in those days they'll be having lawsuits right now. We had players that could go toe to toe with them John Fashion, with them Vinnie Jones. People that had that man
in the first 30 seconds of the game. This
is what I'm trying to say. But we had players that would go toe to toe, that would go to war with these guys. You know what I mean? Like if you touch one of our players, you taking on everyone. We don't have that mentality. We don't have them type of players no more. Since Wenger era, anyways.
My honest opinion on the whole thing has always been this.
Yeah, you're right.
And I've always, Lee will know, I've fought with people in the group chat on this. I think genuinely, I put them neck and neck. I do. I don't put Wenger as number one, clearly. And the reason for that is the things that Lee's mentioned.
All right. Let me change it for you right now. I'm putting a gun to your head right now.
I could already feel her vibe.
I'm putting a gun to your head. I'm putting a gun to your head right now.
I couldn't. Yeah. I couldn't pick either.
So you're dying.
Let me explain. I think you can't take away from Wenger's achievement. You can't.
Yeah.
It's not been repeated, so you can't do it. He's achieved a lot. He's 3 titles he's won. He's gone unbeaten in one of them. He's the most successful FA Cup manager. Listen, for regardless of how bitter a feeling that some of us still have towards this man, you can't take away from what this man has achieved. And Lord knows, every single team, every single one of those those teams that won league that had league wins would crap all over our team right now, right? So you can't take away from it. But to me, the thing that doesn't get enough love is George Graham's achievement.
Yeah.
This is the equivalent of Arsenal now breaking Barcelona's dominance. Liverpool were that good in the 80s. They were that good.
People don't know that big because they dismiss it because to them by Arsenal social media.
It used to be, do you see the way Man United dominated the 90s? It used to be, and my mum explained this to me once, she used to be that Arsenal would be in the lead before Christmas on the famous 88-89 season, and people would be like, "Yeah, cool."
We bottled that nearly, mate. We nearly bottled it.
And we nearly bottled it, and people would be like,
"We lost to Wimbledon," or I think we drew or lost to Wimbledon.
But even when we were ahead, people were like, "Yeah, all right, cool. When's Liverpool coming over and taking over?" People just assumed that Liverpool would win every single year, and George Graham was like, "Nah." Like Ola says, I'm going to bring in these hard workers, not these flash Harrys, which is why he got rid of people like Charlie Nicholas and people like that. I'm going to bring these hard grafters and we're gonna grind out this league. We're gonna take this away from Liverpool. And guess what? That's exactly what happened. And yeah, it went to the wire. Quite frankly, it should have been a lot more confident given the lead we did have. And then we started playing like idiots after Christmas for some stupid reason. But we got the job done in dramatic fashion. And that was because of George Graham, who, by the way, that was one of 2 league titles he won, which I think is the other thing people forget. And he won a Cup Winners' Cup, which is something Wenger did not win.
Wenger never did. Yeah.
That's a
The only
European Cup.
the only thing I really got against Graham was him ending up at bloody Spurs. But like, boy,
But you know what?
how can you do that?
Yeah,
Like,
but you know what?
how can you do? That's
No,
how can you do that? Get me.
Relax.
I'm calm, blood. I can totally relax on the goddamn.
This is the proper 12. I told you.
It's
I told you.
12
I
kicked
told
in,
you.
that's wavy, bruv, right? But this is the thing. It's not like he left Arsenal and went to Tottenham. He went to Leeds United, then went to Tottenham. And guess what? He was that good a manager. They were shit. And he still won them a trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He was good, man.
but
Quality.
I
And do you know
see what you're saying.
In 1991, 3 of our back 4 were either in jail, right, or injured, and we had Michael Thomas centre back. I think it was, yeah.
For real.
And we lost to Chelsea. If we had the back 4 playing that day, 1991, it would have been George Graham, the Invincible. Yeah, he was quality, man. He was quality. But you know what?
Yeah.
If you could have, like somebody just put in the chat a minute ago, bring them both back, get George Graham on the defence and Wenger on the attack.
Yeah. And also, without crapping on Wenger too much, he did inherit that back 4, that back 5. Which to be fair, Adam Lallana
and Righty
as well.
and Parler.
He inherited a lot of George Graham's success.
He inherited a lot of great players.
Put his own spin on it, but he did inherit that, which is that's George Graham's team. They damn sure ain't that idiot. Who's that fool that took over from George Graham? Oh, what's his name?
Terry Neal.
Stuart Houston.
Stuart Houston. It's damn sure ain't his team. Damn sure ain't his team.
Stuart Houston was caretaker for a bit, and then we had who was the other twat, man? What was his name?
Bruce Rioch.
Bruce Rioch. I knew it began with B. I just couldn't think who it was.
Bruce Rioch. But you know what? The only thing up here, right? Under Bruce Rioch's stewardship, we did sign Bergkamp, even though he had nothing. He was the manager when we signed him. Yeah, that was all David Dean. But we did sign Bergkamp. Believe it or not, Wenger did not sign Bergkamp. A lot of people think he did.
A lot of people think he did. Yeah. A lot of people. I don't understand that, man. Like, boy,
Vieira was Wenger.
Go look.
Vieira was Wenger.
You know what? This is an unknown fact, yeah? Or it's a known fact, but not known by many people. Vieira was actually signed and announced for Arsenal before Wenger was.
By David Dean. David Dean actually did the whole movement.
3 weeks later, Arsene Wenger was then announced as manager, but Vieira's gone on quote and record to say he'd already spoken and Arsene Wenger was already lined up, and that's why I decided to go. Yeah, because he was just rotting on the bench at AC Milan, wasn't he? So the thing is, like they were, George Graham was class, man, and they were both very different in style. Yeah, Wenger was quality. Yeah, when I remember when he signed, I was like, who? Yeah, and then the way him and Fergie were having it all the time, man, it was like Pizzagate and Fabregas throwing the pizza at Fergie. Them days were sick. They never come back.
I loved it. It was passionate. And this is Wenger's start. This is Wenger's era. And I think people will look at this and think, oh, there they go, crapping on Wenger again. Cool. We're never going to change your mind. Quite frankly, I find that if you are 28 or under, you're going to be a Wenger guy. You're gonna be a Wenger guy. It's the older hats. It's the older hats that appreciate it.
I'm getting proper embarrassed the missus right now. She's sat there, not even looking at me, thinking, "You dickhead." Right? The only reason she supported Arsenal was because she fancied Freddie Ljungberg.
Oh no, she's one of them.
You know what? Freddie Ljungberg got a lot. He got a lot of girls looking at the thing back then. You know.
Oh, so she liked the underwear. She liked the underwear advert, basically.
Yeah, man. Even my missus talks about Freddie Ljungberg all the time. I'm like, yo, back in the day, that boy there with his fucking mohawk and thing. I'm like, damn, yo. You know what I mean?
And listen,
you're really feeling Freddie like that.
In response to Alfonso, I'm not saying that you will be you'll be a George Graham guy if you're older. That's not what I've said. I said that you'll appreciate the George Graham era more if you are an older cat who was there to remember it. That's all I'm saying. So
See, this is why when
please
the
don't
debate
put words in my mouth.
Thierry Henry or Dennis Bergkamp, you tend to find that a lot of people that are under the age of like 28, 29 wouldn't necessarily go with Henry because they see Henry for a lot longer than they see Dennis Bergkamp.
Exactly.
People our age, we've seen
age makes a difference. It
from
does.
start to finish, and it does.
It does. Because you can appreciate it more. You remember more of it. So
Look
yeah.
at DJ Crane. Fabregas delivered the pizza faster than Domino's.
He really did. He really did. And this is the other thing. Also, to be clear, just because I'm saying that younger guys are more likely to be Wenger guys, doesn't mean that I don't know younger guys that don't like George Graham who've done their history,
like
who've watched stuff.
Astel's a prime example of that.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, he knows Arsenal inside out.
Omar, for example, in the chat is one of them cats where if you tell him something, he'll go back and look into it. So again, to Alfonso, said, well, I'm a Wenger guy.
Hold on a minute, actually.
I'm a Wenger guy.
You know what? That's not the
rule I'm saying. It's all about appreciation of both sides of the coin. Not just saying because you remember one side more that, I'm just good at, that's the guy, that's my guy. No, all we're saying is appreciate both sides of the coin. And if ultimately, at the end of the day, you still prefer Wenger, I'm going to crap on you for it. But also don't crap on me for it because I talk up George Graham, is the point I'm making.
Fam, Afsa said the other day.
Look at Ben.
Shout out to Afsa.
Look at Ben.
He said Bergkamp was overrated the other day. You know what I mean? I said, what did Bergkamp ever do for Arsenal? What big goal did he ever score for us? Do you remember this cheat?
I remember.
This was the other. Yeah, this was
in the pod, wasn't it?
Yeah. I told him to wash his mouth out. But he came correct yesterday, though. Shout out to him.
Look at South London B.
Correct yesterday.
Look at South London's finest B. It's another youngster that loves Graham. See what I'm saying? Just appreciate both.
Do you know what one thing I'll say, yeah? The last player that we signed that was world class when we signed him, before, say, you could throw Ozil into that mix, not that I will, but you could throw Ozil.
For me, it's Alexis Sanchez, man.
When we signed him.
Probably Sanchez,
Sanchez into that.
I don't.
Take out them two, yeah?
Okay.
The last player we signed that was a genuinely world-class player when we signed them was probably Bergkamp.
Yeah.
You could maybe say Sol Campbell. But it's not many.
Yeah, I think Sol was on the verge of being world class. Sure.
When we signed,
I think we made Sol into world class, man. I think we got him there. He wasn't world class when he left Spurs, but we got him to world class level when he came over. You know what I mean? He had to cross the bridge to really get there. You get me? So I think we told Sol.
I'll tell you an interesting fact about Overmars, right? Until Oxlade-Chamberlain went to Liverpool, Mark Overmars was our record sell out of the club, and that was in 2002. 40 million to Barcelona.
That is crazy.
I remember that.
Yeah, didn't it?
It was like 24 million or something like that, wasn't it? No,
absolutely crazy.
39 million, I think. But then the Ox went for 40.
Yeah.
But how long it was, I think it was like
that shows how rubbish we've been at business. We've been so rubbish as selling players.
Yeah, look, here's an underrated player that don't get enough love at this football club. Yeah, for me, that guy is better than Overmars was. And it's Limpar, bruv. What a player. The super Swede, bruv. That guy was a bad man. Yeah, he was so quick, dribbling, scoring goal. He was sick. I loved Anders Limpar, man.
Super players.
Let's do one more question. I'm gonna bounce. I will be back at 9 o'clock. I will be doing a stream at 9. Don't forget, go and follow Chig. His link is in the description. Guna Eagle Eye. Go and follow Ola Black Scorpion with a
Black
K.
Scorpion. Yeah, that's the one.
The K, no C.
Yeah. Black Scorpion on social, Insta, Twitter. Let's do one more question. How much did we go? I'm not going to make that the last question. How much we got for Henry to Barca? I think it was about 12 million, wasn't it? I don't know.
We sold Henry for less money than Darren Bent went for that season. You let that sink in. Let that sink in.
Here's another one for you, When we signed Callum Chambers, he was the most expensive defender we had purchased in our history at £16 million.
And we wonder why we have problems in defence.
Yeah, then we smashed.
This club is gonna be the death of me, man. I swear to you.
Unbelievable.
Lee, stream the next game, Mönchengladbach. No, I'm gonna chill, mate. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna do a chilled one. So
you guys got to remember, he's got a wifey, you know.
Yeah, man.
Wifey, you know.
I used to speak to her more when I was in Spain.
Man.
One more question. Come on, one more. One more. Give me a good question. We'll read it. Come on.
A proper discussion point for us. Give us one final discussion point.
Yeah, we'll go with this. Tayyib's question. Big up Tayyib. He says, if Arsenal had Henry and Anelka in the same team, could Arsenal have won back-to-back titles? I'll give you the simple answer to that. No. And the reason that is because the mentality, although it was elite at the time, it wasn't elite. Fergie had that elite. Yeah. He could go, right, Arsenal have won the league last season. We're going to go and fucking nick Berbatov off Tottenham. He's the best player in the league. Golden Boot winner. We're nicking him. We're going to nick Dwight York the year before. Fergie was the master of nicking the best player in the league that didn't play for his club. Yeah. Which gave them that kick. Van Persie, Berbatov, Dwight York. Yeah. He'd done it year after year. Yeah. And that we couldn't have done back to back. Yeah. Because for me, Fergie always had the edge on Wenger. Always had him. Yeah. There was times when Wenger had it on him, but over a sustained period, Fergie would always come out on top because he'd always change his number two. Carlos Queiroz, they had, who's the bald guy? I can't remember his name. He's still at Man United now, I think. But he changed his number two about 3 or 4 times, didn't he? Yeah, and he'd freshen it up. And he always says now that I had to do that because I was getting stale. So now get a different number two in, yeah, and they'd give me different ideas. Yeah, and they'd go, oh, yeah, actually, think of it a different way. Fergie was a Mike Phelan, that's it. Thank you, mate.
And Wenger had Pat Rice till he thought bloody retired. Man.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Steve McLaren was his number two as well, says Adam. And that's the thing. For me, I don't think we could have done anything differently and won a back-to-back title because Fergie always had that little edge on Wenger. Even when we won titles and went unbeaten, yeah, the following season, Fergie just come back all guns blazing.
And let's face it, let's tell the truth as well. Yeah, let's call it spade a spade. When Pat Rice retired as well, Wenger didn't really have a number two. Everybody else that sat next to Wenger, they were Muppets. They were Muppets and puppets. You know what I mean? They were Muppets and puppets, man. Them man, they weren't having no say in what was going on at the club. You know what I mean? Them man, they weren't having no say in what happened with the team. They had no say, zero say. Wenger was running things after Pat Rice. Really, he didn't have a number two. So at the end of the day, this is where, like you said, Fergie had that edge because he's always refreshing it. But to have one man for so long, and then when he left, you brought people that couldn't even pick a cone without you moaning at them. Like, come on, man, what are we doing here?
My take is slightly different. I also don't think we would have won back-to-back titles, but more from a technical point of view, I just think it would have upset the balance because a lot of our good stuff came from Bergkamp. So if you had Anelka and Henry in the team, where would you put Bergkamp? He was the best Arsenal player. And both Anelka and Henry have credited Dennis with a lot of their careers. So that shows you how integral he was to our Arsenal players. So yeah, I feel like for me, it wasn't a case of we had quality players. So it's not like Anelka would have been this amazing addition that would have got us over that line. I think part of what Lee says is true. Fergie was very adaptable. So every time he didn't win something, it almost like it pissed him off more. So he just changed something in order to come back twice as strong. But our side was a quality side. All of our sides, really. The 04 side was quality. I think it's overrated by fans, but I still think it was quality side.
Yeah,
I think
the 98 team, yeah.
The 98 team, for me, was the strongest side. It was the strongest
the 98
side.
for me is the best one.
Yeah. And to me, it was a quality side. And that was probably the Anelka side, because that was the side that, Ian Wright left our club that summer, the summer we won that title.
And Anelka scored in his debut against United, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then and then Vieira scored that screamer underside of the bar, and then David plapped with the head. That was
a strong side. It was a quality side. So I don't think, adding Thierry Henry to that would have been that much more amazing. It's just that we still won the title. It's just,
I'm sorry,
from our
Chief,
point of view, it's all about balance.
To add to what you just said as well, I mean, getting rid of Anelka, look who we brought in. We brought in Kan Nwankwo, and it was electric.
No. You've been drinking too much of that proper 12, bro. We brought in Thierry Henry with that Anelka money, bro.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did with that. But when he left, after left,
we built the new training ground as well.
Yeah, Kanu was, although he did play with Dennis, but he was more of a Dennis replacement.
He was underrated, bro. He was a good player.
He's my favourite Arsenal player.
Fantastic player, man.
Yeah, but I'm biased.
Not Alex Iwobi then, no?
I'm biased.
All right, okay. You know when you put I'm biased at the end of it, I can understand why. And I'll go along with that. You know what I mean?
I accept.
I'll go along with that, man.
But I also genuinely think he was very underrated.
Right, I'm going to end on this. I'm going to end on this. Yeah, big up my boy Chris in the chat.
And by the way, Kanu was Wenger's best January signing. Come at me. Come at me. Come at me.
Chris, long-time viewer of the channel, real one, says, "How's 04 overrated when all the players said it's the team is better?" Because
overrated by the fans was what I said.
Overrated by the fans. The team was exceptional. Yeah, but if you look at the 91 Arsenal team, which by the way had more teams in the league and only lost one game. 15 goals conceded, unbelievable team. Should have gone unbeaten, but we had 3 of the back 4 out. You look at the Anfield 89, that was just one of the biggest miracles in living history, right? How you've overhauled the best team in the world, right? The 98 team, it was like, right, we ain't won a league for so long. Yeah.
Never mind a double.
Yeah, Wenger's first full season, bang, double. Nicholas Anelka, like, who are you, bruv? Yeah, who's Patrick Vieira? We didn't know who these people were, right? So for me, and that team, thank you, mate, that team was so ruthless, man. David Platt in the team, Vieira, they were killers, bruv. Yeah, and then you had that back 4 as well, which was solid. The 2002, you had a little
It was a strong side.
Yeah, you had a bit more flair with it, didn't you? Yeah, and it was just ping pong football, bruv. Yeah, just tappy football. Yeah, nobody had really seen a consistent level of tippy-tappy football. Yeah, you knew when Man United were losing. I remember Man United were losing 3-0 at half-time to Tottenham. Yeah, I'll never forget. I was up at the shopping centre in Milton Keynes. Remember Dixon's, the TV store, the electrical store, yeah? They used to have it on the TV, and it come up, and I was like, wow, 3-0 Tottenham. 3-0 up against Man U. I got home, it was 5-3 to Man United. You knew Man United, he'd throw he threw boot at Beckham and all that, yeah. But you just knew that Man United would always like just throw everything at it the second half or the last. But we'd start off quick. We did it the opposite way around. We'd blitz teams in 20 minutes. Yeah, whereas Fergie's teams, they just kept going and going and going till stoppage time. And you know what? This is an interesting stat though, yeah? Remember everyone used to call it Fergie time? Before Fergie left, that last season when Fergie won the title in 2012, yeah, Arsenal and Chelsea had scored more Premier League goals in stoppage time than Man United.
I've seen that stat before.
It's mad,
I've seen that stat before. And I think there's no... Listen, for what they achieved, players are always going to say the 04 one was the best Arsenal side.
It's never been done.
But for me, and don't get me wrong, I love the 04 side. Of course. But it's overrated because of the achievement rather than the actual team. That's just my opinion. That's only my opinion. They were all fabulous sides. They were all fabulous sides. But for me, the 98 side is stronger.
Look how much overrated it got. Look how much overrated it got. People were begging that Liverpool didn't bloody win the league unbeaten. Man. That's how mad.
Do you know what I like? When Thierry Henry came out and said, I wanted them to do it.
That's how over. Like, come on, man. Yeah, we're part of the. We made that history. someone else can be part of that history. You know what I mean? You don't mean they're going to erase us from history.
No.
We're still part of that history. You know, so come on, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta create new histories with some other things and let them enjoy it. So it's not like we weren't doing nothing.
If Liverpool had gone invincible, it don't mean we've never done it, does it?
It's exactly what I'm trying to say. It don't mean we've never done it. And it don't mean it's going to erase us from ever doing it.
It gets on my nerves when people
like, come on, man. It's not that big of a deal.
For me, when did we underrate being the originals so badly? We're the original Invincibles. I mean, no one else is allowed to do it.
Yeah,
flipping head. And I hate Liverpool more than anyone.
And they still got to win they still got to go 49 games unbeaten to actually get there. They're not even nowhere near that yet. So I mean, to win the season unbeaten is one thing in itself. To go a whole season unbeaten without losing again, that's something else. So for me, I don't think it's that much of a big deal, man. You know what I mean? They could do it. If any other team, the only team I really wouldn't want doing it is Spurs. But if if any other team wants to carry on, go and do it, yeah, you know what, crack on. You know what I mean? You're not going to erase us from history. We created that history.
Was that Batistuta just found? I'm just watching something. Oh, look at that. That's a leg break. Some Cameroon guy's just gone, bosh. Yeah, proper stamped on the geezer. They're interviewing him now. Oh, it's the commentator. Hey, listen, guys, I'm going to wrap this up, man. VP says, stop hating, Chig. Stop hating.
I always hate Liverpool fans. You know this already.
Listen, I'm not going to lose any sleep if Liverpool win a title or not.
No, never mind.
I couldn't give a monkey's. We're not doing it. We're nowhere near it.
I made peace a long time ago that Liverpool are going to win this. So it's not going to be a big. I'm dreading how loud they're going to be. but it is what it is. It is what it is.
They're not going to be loud on our doorstep, so that's all I care about. As long as they're not loud on our doorstep, I'm happy.
They can only celebrate in their back garden, though. Pops is saying they can only
there you
celebrate.
Go.
Listen, after 30 years,
they got that Corona time.
They're celebrated. They just all get on a Zoom chat or something and just like. Listen, thank you very much, both of you, man. Yeah, both.
Bluetooth, brother. Bluetooth.
Yeah, even Aubameyang's giving
my guy.
Bluetooth. Come on. But thank you. I will be back again tomorrow. Bayern Munich. Do download HOTMIC before I leave. Do download that. Use my code Lee623. Go and follow me on that. That would be nice if you could do that. I had a drama with it today, so hopefully I can get it sorted for the Bayern Munich game tomorrow. If you guys want to jump on for Bayern Munich tomorrow, that's up to you. I think it's a 4:45 kickoff. Just let me know, text me, whatever, man. And I won't stick it on you now and pin you into a corner. Ollie's already been stuck in the toilet for fucking 2 hours. Like, nearly 3 hours.
Fuck you, man.
For 2 hours, bro. Love to you both, man. Later.
Right.
Thank you very much for watching.
My God.
Love to everyone, man.
Salute.